beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true.
Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 723. I lose track after a while. We've got Laci Green with us once again. Welcome back, Laci.
Hello, guys. Good to be back.
Yes, it's always good to have you. Last time you were on, I do believe, was the time I came in dressed up as a lady.
You were, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was cute. I love that look on you.
Yeah, it's actually been very successful for me.
And what's the name of that persona? Ashley?
That was Ashley that night, but then I came back. Basically, I dress up as a woman to troll people, and I change my name to like whatever their most recent girlfriend was.
Oh, that's
and then
why
I
you
show
did
up
that.
with that name. It's kind of shitty. I'm kind of a bad person.
Well, you
That
know,
sounds devious.
Oh, it is.
when I was IRL streaming, people, you know, the weird stalkers that follow you when you IRL stream, they knew where I was. I went to all these different places, and every time I went somewhere, even though I was hiding the camera on the way there, they still found out where I was, and they would call and tell me that Ashley was waiting for me in the lobby or outside or whatever.
She was trying to get in. Last time I was Betty the Fridge. And that was Ashley before, but then Betty, and then they were like, Betty the Fridge.
So before we went live, we were like, oh, we should just go live now.
Because we kept talking about, well, I don't want to say his name, Jeff Holiday.
Oh.
But yeah, so anybody listening right now, don't tell Jeff Holiday we were talking about him behind his back. It was mostly Laci, though.
I talk about him a lot behind his back, but not this time.
Yeah.
This time was different.
Yeah, we were talking about what he was up to lately on YouTube. For those of you that don't know, he's put out a video recently exposing the plandemic, the people who believe that this pandemic was planned. He's got a big video out for that. And we were also talking about other things. I kind of threw him under the bus for a joke. It was completely a joke because we were live, we were talking, and I was like, we should record these moments so we could use them like as bonus Patreon footage, right? When we're setting up the show with people. And I was like, and that way, if someone says something really salacious, we can sell it to the Patreon and make money. And Laci was like, has anybody really ever said anything that crazy? I was like, well, I don't want to name any names, but Meth Holiday. And
Yeah.
But there was really nothing that he had said. He was like the safest name to say.
Yeah, and then we were talking about how people think that there's a conspiracy to plan the virus, right?
Yeah. They think the virus was planned as a way to get people to, I don't know, sit inside.
Is the 5G thing part of that too?
I don't know if the 5G thing is part of the plandemic or if that's a separate situation.
What's the 5G thing?
Oh, they believe that, you know, all the cell phone companies that are rolling out the 5G technology, that's actually causing the coronavirus. We're all getting blasted by these high
cell
frequency
phone towers.
Yeah. And that's why they're quarantining us to get us to stay home so they can blast us more directly with this toxic 5G
Stay
radiation.
inside of your house and soak up this sweet 5G.
Yeah. Yes.
It's batshit insane. There's been a lot of like documentaries that are conspiracy, like heavily conspiracy related, that are floating around. Like there was this one, I cannot remember the name of it right now. I really wish I could. It got like 20 million views in the first week, and it's all about how the media is there to manipulate you. But the video itself is manipulation. It's like, yeah, everything is there to manipulate. Right now, right here, we're here to manipulate you. We want you to laugh and have a good time. That's part of the process of entertainment. Entertainment is manipulation.
That's true.
It has a negative connotation to the word, but that is correct. Not all manipulations are bad.
Well, I mean, the idea of manipulating somebody is like what acting to get them to do something they normally wouldn't do, right?
5G and pandemic are two different things, but people will be crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's multiple crazy conspiracies. Like those videos we saw of people in Australia destroying their TV. They were saying quotes directly from this documentary I watched.
Yeah.
It was like, tell a vision. It's a TV, it tells a vision. Yeah, that's how fucking Latin works, my dude. Like, you gotta understand how language is built. It's like telegram, telephone, display, vision, because it's visual. It's exactly what it is. That's why you're getting tell and a vision out of it, you dumb shit. But they're like, no, it's a conspiracy to tell us these visions to control us. Well, yeah, maybe a little bit, or maybe a lot of bit, but you haven't just discovered some brand new thing. The television's
it all
manipulating us.
started with coronavirus.
Propaganda virus, my dude.
Yeah.
It's been happening forever. Before we had TV, they would make pictures of Uncle Sam pointing his finger like, you gotta come kill yourself so we can get money. And you're like, okay, I'll do it.
I picture a parody of that poster where it's your face instead of Uncle Sam.
This is White Horse height, and I don't approve.
White horse.
Lucky you.
White horse shit or what's horse height? Is that a word? Horse height?
Horse hit?
I think they mean horse shit. But
Okay.
Yeah, it is snowing in the Northeast.
I heard it was going to snow in New York too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is pretty crazy.
Because right here, right now,
It
it's
was like
80 something.
Yeah,
it's 86.
Yeah, it was 86 here today. So
Like you guys on the East Coast have a wonderful reason to stay inside right now. All we have is fucking COVID. It's not fair.
Can you guys hike up there at least? Can you go
yeah.
outside?
Yeah, people have been hiking. I think they're going to open up boat rentals and stuff this next week. They have plans to open up like waterfront activities. So
Are you going to do a waterfront activity?
Me? No.
You went on a fishing trip last year, right?
Yeah, I was in August last year. I went out to Westport and I went on the charter boat.
That's right,
Deep
on the
Ocean,
coast.
and I caught so many fishies.
Yeah.
I went with my father and my sister and my whole
You
family.
did catch a ton.
We had like a boat of like 20 people that we all like family members. Joe went and Joe passed out because he couldn't.
He got
like,
seasick?
He got seasick.
I hope this does die down though, because there were a lot of things I wanted to do
This summer?
Yeah.
Like the Dead Baby Bikes Festival.
Well, that would be cool. I mean,
it's punk rock. I feel like they'll do it regardless, which is scares
they
me.
shouldn't. No, they'll get shut down.
Maybe.
Yeah. Just because they're punk rock doesn't mean the cops won't come and shut them down.
They'll riot.
No, they won't.
They're bicyclists. They're punk rock bicyclists. Their name's Dead Baby Bikes. That's trouble.
It's not.
Do you know the bicyclists in Seattle? They'll run face first into a car because they feel like it's their entitlement. Bicycle people are like Karen on steroids. They don't give a fuck.
Oh, dear.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's fun too. Like Laci, I recommend if it opens up, you come up in August and you go to this festival. There's burning hoops in the middle of the street. People jump bikes through
Bitch,
them.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be
on.
right here.
Come
for like a
on.
year.
Spit in the face of COVID.
At the end of the night, they
Not
joust.
in my house.
Come on, your only pre-existing condition is being a little bitch.
Oh, you're mean. Yeah,
I
at the
want
end.
to get the antibody test because, like, you know,
Yeah.
if I do on the off chance that I have the antibodies, then I'm gonna live like there's no tomorrow, and I'm gonna buy really cheap flights and shit.
How accurate is the antibody test?
I don't know. There was a girl last night who took it. I saw on the news this little like young blonde girl, and she's like, "I'm not gonna do anything crazy." I don't believe it. She started an OnlyFans.
You know what's so funny is I did not really use the internet or use social media really for about a year or so.
Yeah.
And when I came back, like half of the people on my Twitter are porn stars now.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, everybody's naked on the internet now, and they're all making a ton of money.
Yeah.
Get naked.
I got an OnlyFans. I haven't set my bank account up to it yet. I'm a little hesitant. And once I put that bank account on there, I know the money's gonna roll in. I'm gonna start doing something funny for some money. But they approved me.
Wow.
Yeah, I noticed you put you uploaded to your channel for the first time in a while, Laci. That so you're gonna start trying to upload again?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the YouTube thing again. I've committed myself to at least a year because I feel like any good like run of videos, you got to do it for at least a year. You know, you guys have been doing it for what, 17 years now?
Yes,
Something
that's exactly what I said last episode, wasn't it? Were you watching? I made that exact date and joke.
Yeah, 2 days ago was my 39th birthday, so I feel like I've been doing it for that long now.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Did you do anything fun?
Billy, I ordered Chipotle on the app, and when I went to pick up the food, they didn't put a fork in my bag. Fuck Chipotle. Fuck Chipotle. Joe Biden is a rapist.
I hate when they don't put a fork.
Qdoba would have given you a fork.
I hate when they don't put a fork in the bag because Qdoba or Chipotle's forks.
Freudian slip there.
No. Chipotle's forks are my favorite plastic forks anywhere.
Yeah, they're
so good.
There's only a little bit of carcinogen in them when they
thick,
melt.
They're like really thick, sturdy. You can count on them.
Oh, is that your OnlyFans?
Yeah, luckily it's not focusing because it's me in the blonde wig wearing lingerie.
Wait, are you doing this for lulz or are you thinking about...
I'm not sure yet. I don't know what people want from me. If they want to laugh, they're going to get one.
They want drag porn, obviously.
If they want drag porn where I'm just eating a fucking pie and jerking off, farting into cakes, I'll do it. I have no humility. If the money's there, I'm there.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, I think that's why a lot of people are doing it because they don't fucking care.
I got to run it by my grandma first, though. I don't want to break her heart.
You know how everyone freaks out about the drag queen story time thing? Like, that's always brought up. Like, it's used as an example of how degeneracy is rampant for some reason.
Yeah.
You should do, like, a social distancing drag queen story time on your channel when you're dressed in drag.
If I might make drag queen children's books. Where like all the kids, like instead of getting the princess at the end, you get a princess dress and you put it on. You're like, I'm so fucking sexy, little little kids, little kid in a dress. Like, yeah, I'm fucking sexy. That'd be cool.
Little kids are not thinking of themselves as sexy.
Not yet. I've heard Shane Dawson's podcast. If Shane Dawson can think of little kids as sexy, kids can think of them as sexy.
Wait, what happened on Shane Dawson's podcast?
Oh, it was something like 10 years ago. He was talking about a sexy 7-year-old. And they were like, Shane Dawson, don't say that. And he's like, what? It was like a joke, I think.
Was that before or after the cat comment?
I don't know. I think they came around the same time. That podcast he had was full of
Was he just
top
trashed
tier
all the
edginess.
time or something?
I don't think he was just being.
The cat thing was from before the podcast, I think.
Was it? Okay.
He actually, and I am not like close friends with Shane, but I thought it was funny. He texted me when that was happening, and he was like, "You've been through really fucked up shit. People are accusing me of actually fucking a cat. What do you think I should do?" I'm like, well, having been accused of fucking a cat myself, let me endow you with wisdom.
Have you actually been accused of fucking a cat?
No, that's why I thought it was funny. It's like, what does he think has happened to me that I can relate?
I'm like, wait a second. Is there some cat fuck conspiracy that gets you those YouTube views?
I mean, there's been like years ago all the feminist drama and whatever, but that has nothing to do with cat fucking. At least not in my world.
I like that Shane Dawson turned to you in his time of need. I think Shane's a pretty good dude. Obviously, he's a CIA shill, and we need that in this world. We need that. We do.
Why do you say that?
Because if you look at the history of the CIA, they've always found new media to get ideals over to people, and he just happened to turn Jeffree Star and Jake Paul and Tana Mojo's careers around because he's a sweet boy. That's operative shit right there, right?
No.
You don't think so?
It's out of the goodness of his heart, and people are curious about their stories.
Probably. He is a good dude, but I like the conspiracy idea that the CIA is funding it. Because the CIA's got their hands in everything, right? Lacey,
I mean,
you
it's
don't-
very
you don't-
trendy to have conspiracy theories
Exactly.
He has a conspiracy theory about almost anything that comes up.
And you don't have
Nothing
to,
is actually as it seems.
You don't have
him.
to answer any of this, Lacey, because I know the CIA probably controls you too, and that's okay.
now.
I want them to control me. Let me get some of those views. I'll start rank and file. I will deliver whatever they need to see every night on Drunken Peasants. Just, if the next dono is like $9,000 from the CIA, I'll know that we're on the same page. CIA,
So you want to
$9,000
be
is
dumped
nothing.
by the CIA?
No, I want my capabilities to be utilized properly. Right now, I'm doing dick and fart jokes. I should be controlling the world.
You would still be doing dick and fart jokes,
but
you
while
can't
controlling
stop
the
doing
world,
them.
I would use them to control the world. I think you don't look at Jim Morrison and be like, Jim Morrison, son of a higher up ranking federal government agent, right?
I think he was in the Navy or something.
Yeah. You wouldn't look at him and be like, he was only going to be a rock star because he was a CIA plant. You wouldn't say that. He was a rock star and a CIA plant. I'm a dick and fart joke teller and a CIA plant. That's what I want to be. I want to be both. It's the duality. I think I can be both.
Billy,
Yeah.
I missed you.
I missed you too.
I don't know anybody as psychotic as you are. Maybe Chris. Chris is crazy. I don't know. I think you're crazier.
That's a compliment. That's a high compliment. Thank you.
High compliment. He told me that he was on here just the other night.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah, we've actually had him in here like a couple of years ago
in the studio.
Yeah,
we kidnapped him from PAX.
Yeah, we did.
We're like, hey, you want to go to an after party? He was like, I guess. So I got him in the basement. We're like, sit there on the microphone.
This is almost as fun as Onision's basement.
It is.
Did you see the thing where Billy went to?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did I see that you went to his
Onision's house on a live stream?
On a live stream.
Why?
It was like a 2-hour drive.
I wore my suit for that, not the wig and dress.
Yeah, you might as well have though.
No, the suit was.
Onision literally humped him in front of his house. He did it. He grabbed him from the front and humped him, and then spun him around and humped him from behind.
Yeah,
really horrifying, actually.
Everybody wanted me to prove that he was a predator, right? And I got video evidence, and then they all just made fun of me for getting molested. I was like, these people are sick. These people are twisted and sick. I gave them exactly what they wanted, and all they did was victim shame me.
If I was there, I would have yeeted him off of you, kicked him in the balls, got him good.
That would have been content.
That would have been huge.
You.
God, if I got saved by Laci Green from Onision, that would be all over the internet. Me getting raped by Onision was all over the internet.
It was everywhere.
Shit.
There's even an animated version of it. Yes, it went that far.
CGI, not Disney
That was
animation.
the best video ever.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. As I was getting humped by Onision, I'm like, well, this is going to be all over the internet.
I almost wish time travel was real so you could bring Laci now.
To it?
Yeah, so she could have destroyed Onision's genitals for humping you.
I would have done that. I would have done that.
The world the world would have loved you. They already do. They already do. Well, but they would have made you a queen.
Here's the thing.
They'd crowned you.
The word got out that someone was driving to Onision's house, and a lot of people didn't realize that Billy had hung out with Onision and that they knew each other. So everyone's thinking, oh, here's this guy going to show Onision what's what. And they get there, and Onision comes out, which no one thought. And then as soon as that happened, when Billy didn't, go off on Onision like they expected him to, they turned on him really quick.
My friend Joe was there, and Joe the entire way was like, we're going to get him. We're going to save those kids.
Yeah,
we're going to take those kids out of the house. And we get there, and the first thing he does is runs up and hugs Onision. And I'm like, well, this is going to be a hard one to get out of.
Actually, he was shielding.
Onision, like an objectively bad person. I don't really know anything about the drama. I know a lot of people make videos about it and stuff, but I've known him since like the atheist YouTube days,
Yeah.
Or I knew him then.
He's a very bad person to be in a relationship with.
Isn't he just like a bad person? Period.
Yeah.
I think he's a broken person. I think he has terrible issues that he hasn't dealt with. And I think that he's also charismatic and intriguing. And these people come in thinking that he's like this big, like special, funny, hilarious, lovable guy. And they get there and they're like, oh, he's actually kind of an asshole.
Kind of a narcissist.
Definitely, yeah.
Now, I will say, though, that hating on Onision has become a genre on YouTube in of itself. Very profitable and very popular. Like, Onision would make a video, and the video would get like 5,000 views, and then someone else would take that video and make fun of it and get 200,000 views.
500,000, a million.
That's crazy.
Yes.
And it wouldn't be like one person doing that. It was like there was like 100 people.
But a lot of the Onision haters were just as toxic. Like the hate group, like a group of people that got together all because they all hate this one person so bad. Their group was pretty toxic in of itself.
And they justify what they're doing because they're taking down a predator, but they're not taking him down.
Well, they've doxed given his entire family. Onision's whole family got doxed.
I can say this 100%. This anti-Onision wave saved his career.
It did. They helped 100%.
He was.
Yeah, it usually works out like that.
When I was hanging out with him,
people make irrelevant people really relevant for no fucking reason.
He was really considering.
Even those people like Onision, he can't write it forever, you know?
Well, he's been writing it for over 10 years.
Now he's riding the hate wave. He used to be like teen heartthrob guy, kind of like most of his audience was like teenage girls at one point because he had the emo hair and shit. It's weird. A lot of
but that's how the internet works, right? Like,
right.
That you appeal to, or not internet, media appeals towards the 13, 14-year-old person. Like the music you listened to when you were 13 or 14 is probably still with you today because you're just coming into yourself at that moment.
Yeah.
It's people market towards that. There's the entire music industry markets like Justin Bieber, One Direction, the new BTS. I say BTS because I think that's the newest group that kids like.
I don't even know who that is.
It's the Korean pop band, K-pop. And they market towards that age. They had the Jonas Brothers with the Purity Ring and everything. That's always how it markets towards. And even to the point where the other music markets towards their parents. So their parents will play it for them.
Sure.
Like Macklemore and stuff. Macklemore worked for moms, you know? So they push that because they know the moms will play it for their kids. It's always in mind of that age because that's the most impressionable age. So, of course, Onision's going to blow up in a world where he appeals to the emo, cut-yourself 13, 14-year-old girl at that time. I say, of course, but that's the type of thing that they're looking for, and that was counterculture.
But then the thing is that most of his haters are former fans. Now.
Oh yeah, a lot of them are former girlfriends.
Well, a lot of them have their OnlyFans now.
Yeah, I've met so many girls.
A lot of the main Onision detractors have OnlyFans, like some of the alleged victims and friends of the alleged victims. They all have OnlyFans accounts.
That doesn't mean anything necessarily.
Yeah, no, there's not anything wrong with that. It's just that add that to the list of people joining OnlyFans now.
It is crazy how many people who like watched Onision are now like in the sex work e-girl industry. Because I knew a bunch of e-girls from before I was working with Onision. They all came out of the woodwork and they were like, "Oh my God, you did a video with Onision? I used to watch him all the time when I was 13." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think everybody fucking did. I didn't. I'm the only one I know that didn't watch Onision."
But then,
Onision before was kind of like a shock jock. You know, he would just have, which is what everyone does on YouTube now, just like inflammatory opinions to get views.
That's what he did.
And he would make like music videos about that stuff, you know?
Yeah. And then he was way too forthright with his private life and would, he would take it and put it out there. And
what a lot of YouTubers did. Trish Paytas.
Right.
You got, I want to say everybody. I want to say every big YouTuber was about their private life. And obviously not.
But then here the catch to this is Chris Hansen comes into town like trying to be the knight in shining armor, like I'm gonna take Onision down. And in the end, if anything, he just did more damage to it than anyone else.
Yeah, Chris Hansen was like a dead meme, but everybody would put him in like responses to things when something was at all like Play-Doh predatory type of way. They'd have his little GIF come up like peeking in, like have a seat. It was a meme. It was a joke. And then he came out of nowhere, and he just happened to be doing a YouTube series when Sarah, a girl that moved in with Onision and his wife when she was 16, came out at 19 and said that she had a sexual relationship with Onision, and then she went on Chris Hansen's show and gave him like this boost, this momentum boost into the anti-Onision
Blair White
crowd.
had a little bit to do with that too.
Blair White, Repsion, they were there early, but Sarah was what gave him the legs.
Well, she was the only one who has any, because people want Onision to go to jail so bad. People are just obsessed with Onision going to jail. So they thought Chris Hansen was going to be the one to send him to jail, and Sarah was the key to that.
Yeah,
so.
But Chris Hansen really was just trying to get some views and make some money.
That's all he did. And now he's moved on to something else already.
He's still moving back to the Onision thing. He just doesn't have it. People are giving him shit now because
I knew this would happen.
He didn't really do anything.
No, he messed it up. There's supposed to be a laptop with photographic evidence of things illegal happening. He gave it to his lackey, who was known to be a scammer and a loser, and they ended up like the laptop never went to the FBI.
But to be fair, Chris Hansen's known to be a scammer too.
Right.
He scammed $100,000 on a Patreon campaign or whatever, a Kickstarter campaign, to make a website to promote his predator catching, and he didn't deliver the promised T-shirts, mugs, merchandise that he promised, the tier merchandise that he was supposed to deliver. He didn't deliver it for like a year, and when he finally did go to deliver it, he went to a mom and pop store, ran up like $13,000 in bad checks to get this stuff printed up to send it out, and got charged with it. He got criminal charges over it. Like he's a scammer too. And the lawyer that he's running with that was coming after Onision, they went to Onision's house.
Yeah, because Chris Hansen went to Onision's house and knocked on his front door. Because of this. And the lawyer, there's like this accident attorney, like personal injury attorney from Michigan that Chris Hansen knows. And this guy also has all of these, what are they?
Sexual allegation charges against him. Three of them that went to the Supreme Court of Michigan, and he was caught on tape like apologizing to a woman for doing it. Like, so it's and then he was the guy that was there giving legal advice to take down Onision. It's like such a circus shit show, and you want to believe in what's right, but I don't think anybody really cares about what's right. It's concern entertainment, It's entertainment based on concern trolling, or I say trolling, but it's fucked up because there's all these people that really believe that when they donate to these people, when they give to these people, they're fighting the battle against Onision. And people have been doing this for a decade, and we've gotten nowhere but revitalized his career.
Onision took Repsion to court, and there was like a hearing here in Washington. It was ridiculous too.
What?
Yeah, that was the same day Billy went to his house because Billy was going to go to the court case, but he was late because he got a flat tire. So that's when he just decided to drive to his house after it happened. But yeah, that happened too.
And he filed a court case against the wrong Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
He put the wrong name in. And Mr. Repsion got called in too. So it was Repsion. I got to stop saying Mr. Repsion.
That's what everyone knew him as.
Yeah. Anyways, that's all I want to go into about that, Laci. 27 minutes later of Onision talk. How fun was that?
Yeah, that was great. I love it when the Onision talk happens. We'll get into our news segment right now.
He called me sir. It got me so fuming angry.
People are discriminating against wolves.
Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
Wow.
It's kind of weird how we're in an election year and there's hardly any election news because the COVID stuff takes up most of the airtime.
In 2016, like, you knew Hillary was going to get the nomination. You thought Bernie might, Bernie got your hope up and then it was crushed. But I think everybody knew Hillary was going to get it. Did you know Biden was going to get it? Like, I felt like they were trying to do that, but I really thought this time that maybe they wouldn't do that.
There was a minute that Bernie was ahead in the polls, and it looked like Biden was on his way out because he looked like such a fool.
I think that was a rope-a-dope, designed to make us get comfortable.
You always think that something's actually planned and not the way it actually seems. So
yeah,
I know.
Because it always is.
Not always.
Other than this planned pandemic, it always is planned.
Okay.
Laci, who did you have in this race? Who was your dog in the fight?
I thought that Bernie was going to get it this round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I mean, I have my problems with Bernie, but I don't think any candidate is perfect. He's definitely like the closest aligned. Probably. Well, actually, no. I took that little that Washington Post like political alignment test, and I think I was closest to Yang actually.
I was on the Yang train. He seems to be more like built towards humanity via a corporate interest, which I feel like is the best way to sell a social program if it's sold as a corporate interest in this country, at least. So I was like, I thought maybe he would do something. I thought even if he didn't get the nomination, because I thought it was pretty far-fetched for him to get it, he would be able to influence anybody who got it.
I will say a UBI would be helpful now when people are out of work.
That's everybody's saying.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy that as soon as he stepped down from the race, there's a massive pandemic and like record levels of people losing their jobs, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, if ever there were a moment to pitch UBI, it would be now. It's like the best sell, because what do? You know, you have like, what was it, 30 million people unemployed or something? It's crazy. I think UBI is an interesting system. I don't fully understand the implications, but, you know, as far as safety nets go, I feel like we're in a rich country. Why can't we make sure that people have their basic needs met, you know?
I think we should try it, like give it a trial period at least. See how fucked up.
Well, they're doing a study actually in Stockton here in California. I don't remember how many people there was. Don't quote me on this, but I think it was like maybe 5,000 people that they're giving $1,000 a month to see how it affects their economic activity, their work productivity, all these things, which I think is a good start. Get the data.
I think
they did that in Detroit too.
One thing that would help with that though is getting rid of student debt too, because I think if you give a lot of people $1,000 a month, it'll just go back into paying off student loans every month or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or
the problem with the forgiving student debt wholesale. I talked to a guy on my podcast last year, Tom Nichols, and he made a really compelling argument that if you forgive student loans or if you make college free, that it basically means there is there's nothing containing how much universities will charge. I don't know how much truth there is to that. I don't fully understand the economics of it, but basically he said it could set the supply and demand essentially out of whack. You have a huge amount of supply, and also you'll have a huge amount of money that the universities are asking for, which they already do. I mean, Berkeley, my alma mater, was like, even in the time I went there, every semester almost doubled in price.
Yeah.
And I was only there for like 2 years.
And that's been happening
which is crazy.
Progressively for decades.
It's insane. It's like, what are people supposed to do? You know?
One thing you can do is have celebrity parents that just pay to get you in, because that's pretty cool.
I've been trying that method. I think that's a viable thing to explore.
Yeah, will Terry Crews adopt me and pay for me to go to college, please?
I do know that they do have free university in some countries, but they're smaller ones. Like I've known people that live in Estonia. They even get paid to go to university in a country like that. Yeah. Yeah. But it's
if it's contributing to the economic activity of the country in a significant way, then it makes sense to pay them.
Yeah.
But here,
Estonia needs that.
Do all graduates in the United States contribute to the economy in that way? I don't know.
I mean, yeah. There are so many degrees out there that aren't really economically viable. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of sad,
but you're not going to get laid like you will if you get an art degree. That's the degree you want to go for if you just want to pay for sex. Going to art school. It's going to be awesome.
You didn't go to art school.
I know. I'm fucking virgin, dude. I'm saving myself for my funeral. So, did we ever talk about the incel bucks or whatever, the incel coupons.
What?
Huh?
Someone was proposing that incels should get like a monthly stipend so they could spend it on prostitution, legalizing prostitution and like giving a stimulus for these involuntary celibate males to use their fuck bucks with legal prostitution. Have you heard that political standpoint?
No, that's a lot.
Does that sound horrible to you?
I think my knee-jerk reaction is yes.
It should, right?
I don't know if that's the right reaction.
I'm not sure either. You legalize it, like no woman is forced to be a prostitute in this situation, for one thing, right? But you legalize the sex work, and then you allow her to work with the government to turn these guys into sexually active males. I do feel like sex work does help the frustrated men that have no other outlets.
But that implies that there should be this like class of women to like deal with the sexual urges of men who cannot have enough personality and humanity to figure out how to have a real relationship with a woman.
But there already is that industry,
because a lot of these
right?
guys are really alienated from women.
Yeah.
You know?
The idea
So
would be
what,
to
you're
get
just
them...
gonna say to all these women, like women who are okay with getting paid to have sex, like, oh, you gotta deal with these guys now.
Well, no, you can deal with anybody you want, right? But you could have the option to like deal with these people and get paid for it from the government. I don't know. It sounds horrible, right? It does. But I do think we need to legalize sex work, prostitution. I think that not having it legal only makes it harder for the women that have to do it. It creates an industry of crime. And there should be something done there. And I don't know if we need to give incels fucking free rides to go to prostitution.
You just said that.
No, that's what people are talking about.
I felt like you were just pitching it to me.
No, this is actually something that I've heard politicians talk about.
Where? Who?
I want to say...
You liar.
I heard it on a podcast like a year ago. That's why I was wondering if I talked to Laci about it last time she was on. Because I was like, maybe we had this conversation already. Because I know I've had this conversation before. But it just got brought up again because of the UBI talk.
Yeah, I can see the parallel you're drawing there. I really don't know how I feel about it. I have very complicated feelings about sex work to begin with.
You do?
I do, yeah. I used to be very, very pro sex work. And I'm not anti-sex work, but I have a more complicated understanding of what being super pro sex work means around the world. So I think it's really important to look at the specific context that you're talking about, because women in the United States doing sex work, not the same as other parts of the world.
Of course,
it's like totally different, you know? But people speak about it in these broad, very general terms and try to make really broad generalizations about the morality and the economics and is it misogynist, all this stuff. I just feel like you really can't make any generalizations
right
about
now.
it.
There shouldn't be generalizations.
Yeah, right.
Because there's so much context to it. Yeah, like, and you just mentioned the U.S. and it's way worse and more dangerous in other places than the U.S. But then there's even places where it's even better for the sex workers. Like I would say in the Netherlands, it's way safer.
Yeah.
For someone to be a sex worker there.
And
like we were talking about OnlyFans, you know, OnlyFans is a really safe way to do sex work.
Yeah.
You know, like extremely safe because you don't have to be physically in the same area as
especially now.
Yeah, especially now that everybody's quarantined. Yeah.
Yeah. In Portland is the strip club capital of America. A lot of people aren't aware of this, but it is. And
wow.
And because the strip clubs had to close down there, they're opening drive-through strip clubs. They're opening like a big tent and letting people drive through in their cars, and there's nude dancers up on
and they
pedestals.
They have you order food while you wait.
Not hurting anyone. If they're not like in danger of getting the virus from that, then I think people are looking for outlets. They want to have fun and feel like life is normal. even though it's not.
Even though you're going
And
through effectively a car wash with strippers instead of
And
soap.
all these people are out of work. All that because there's a lot. It's so weird. I did not think Portland was that way. I thought Portland was basically like Seattle before I went there. Then I went there and I'm like, there's a strip club like everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Portland is Seattle without the ability to sell out.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, Seattle has all that capitalist entanglement.
Yeah.
Portland's like, where's our fucking Amazon? We got Nike.
So there are a lot of strippers in Portland, and they're all out of work. They tried to do a food delivery service there called Boober Eats, but I guess Uber sent them a cease and desist order.
Yeah, because they were sending the prostitutes with a security guard to people's house.
They were prostitutes.
Oh, sorry, strippers.
Okay.
My bad.
That's so weird.
For a $30 delivery fee, you'd get 2 strippers and a security guard coming to your house with a bag of cheeseburgers.
Yeah, that's weird.
When you say that prostitution
Well, it's like
all over the
Hooters
world,
on the go.
Hooters on it is. It's Hooters. It's Hooters.
Well, I
on
mean,
the go.
there's places where prostitution is legal but not regulated at all, and so like the ages of the prostitutes are not vetted. You know, so that's
what
you know, and
Bangkok, Thailand,
maybe
pretty bad over there.
Yeah.
But when you say like that, prostitution has implications all over the world. Those conditions end up making their way into the U.S., right? Like there's a lot of foreign prostitution brought into here because of the
there's
demand
sex
for it.
trafficking.
Yes, it's huge in the U.S.
Right.
From all over the world.
So regulation would cut down on that sort of thing because the demand would go down.
I would think that, right?
Well, yeah, because the demand for it for the illegal side of it would go down, just like with anything that's illegal. But it wouldn't totally go away, I don't think.
I'm not sure. What
Yeah,
would
I mean,
happen?
like,
I think
so-
I should go undercover.
Like all over the U.S., there are even like these. There are those weird like massage parlors that aren't really massage parlors. There's human trafficking
They're all
that
over
goes.
LA.
Yeah, we have them in Seattle. A whole bunch of them got busted last year, and there was like a news story about how most of the people in them were trafficked here for that. So
Yeah.
it's everywhere. So like if they could just put it out in the open and be like, this is what it is, everyone's safe. You got to be over 18 to go in.
It's not just the Jack Shacks though.
Well, regulations for sure.
Yeah.
It's not just the Jack Shacks where human trafficking exists. If you find a deal too good to be true in America, there's probably human trafficking behind it. Like there was this really good buffet near my house. They had all these great food items. Half the people there were there illegally, trafficked in.
Sure, but
and I love
being
that
trafficked
buffet.
in to work at a buffet is different than working in sex.
The
work.
difference, they put things in their mouth at sex work. I put things in my mouth at buffet. That's the difference.
I mean, I feel like they're both bad.
Especially,
in different ways.
Especially because of COVID. You can't do sex work or buffets right now. You'll get cough. You'll get cooties 19. I don't want cooties 19.
True. Apparently one of the biggest, most epic like buffet chains here closed down, and I didn't even get to visit it.
What one?
I was never really big into buffets anyway, but I guess they'll be gone forever now.
What one was it? Do you know?
It's called Soup Plantation. Have you heard
That
of it?
sounds racist.
Yeah, that sounds.
Yeah, the name is actually part of why I never really thought to go there. But apparently it's a really popular buffet place. It might be all over the country. I'm not sure.
I don't know why restaurants get away with that kind of stuff. There's a restaurant in Myrtle Beach called Tar Babies. Like literally, that's the name. Yes, it's a pancake restaurant in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Yes.
There used to be a chain of Denny's-like restaurants named Sambo's. And those all kind of got phased out, except there's like one, I think, that still exists in Oregon.
Look at their sign. This is ridiculous, man.
You know what, though? For that to exist in 2010, it's got to be a really good buffet. You can't be racist.
What the fuck is happening? Where is it at, you said?
It's
Myrtle
in,
Beach?
Yeah, Myrtle Beach. Oh, shit.
So what is that?
South Carolina?
Yeah, I think it's South.
Of course it's South Carolina.
Yeah. 60-item breakfast buffet.
I like the title of this. Hella offensive. NMB restaurant sign stirs up controversy on Twitter.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
Hella offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would not feel comfortable eating.
Well, you could
in
see.
such a place.
Look at the normal patrons of this place.
They all have the Karen haircut.
Yeah.
These guys got the tan lines from their.
It's just like old white people.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, both these guys have the tan lines over their eyes from wearing the Ku Klux Klan hood.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Usually it's the sunglasses that keep your eye light from being too light, you know? Because the sunglasses covered it and the rest of your skin gets hit. But that's the only open part in the Klan robe. So that's the only tan part. Right? Right?
Right, yes. Exactly.
I saw a video today of I guess they say a cop slammed this woman because she wasn't wearing a mask. So let's see.
What?
Let's see what it is here.
Oh, no. He grabbed her by the...
Did he give her a wedgie?
I thought he grabbed her by the gorilla press spot. That's not cool.
I've heard about this where they're forcing people to wear masks, I guess.
They're cooter slamming people for not wearing masks?
Dude, what the fuck?
So let's. How much longer has this gone?
Oh, they spilt the muffins.
Yeah.
This is all bad.
All right. So there's a story about it.
Okay.
Right here.
Shocking moment. A police officer body slams a woman in an Alabama Walmart for refusing to wear a face mask amid the coronavirus pandemic. Woman was slammed onto the ground by a police officer for reportedly not wearing a face mask. Incident took place at Walmart store in Birmingham, Alabama on Tuesday. Officer appeared to use mace spray on the woman's friends when they became upset.
Whoa.
Walmart has encouraged shoppers to wear face masks while inside stores to stop the spread of COVID-19.
So they encourage. It's not a law, right?
Alabama has 8,112 confirmed cases and a death toll of 298. A police officer in Alabama body slammed a woman inside a Walmart store after she allegedly refused to wear a face mask. The alarming scene unfolded inside a store in the Roebuck neighborhood of Birmingham, Alabama on Tuesday. A resident who captured the incident on her cell phone said the situation quickly spiraled out of control when the woman would not wear a face mask.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Little Richard died. That's crazy.
No, really?
Yeah, he did.
Was it COVID or just old
I don't
man?
know. You know who did die of COVID, though? Roy from Siegfried and Roy. Because, he was injured from that tiger attack.
Damn. We were all worried about Tiger King getting it. Because he got it in jail, right?
Did he?
I heard he got COVID in jail. I don't know. Cell phone footage of the incident shows an officer attempting to restrain the woman while her friend yells in outrage. Suddenly, the officer places a hand around her left leg, lifts her up, and unceremoniously slams her onto the ground. The woman's face collides with the tile floor, prompting witnesses to gasp in shock. The friend became irate as the officer proceeds to restrain the woman on the ground. If you body slam a woman and it doesn't put her down for the count, you lose. Let her go.
Why are police body slamming people over this, dude? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't get it either.
What the fuck?
I don't think it's a law to wear a mask anyway, so they shouldn't be even putting their hands on people for not wearing them.
Well, he shouldn't be. He should
Seriously.
He should tell her to not go in the store, right? Be like, hey, you're not welcome in here.
Yeah, the store can ban whoever they want. If it's not against the law, they can't restrain people like this.
Costco's making people wear masks to go in.
Yeah, so it's a policy. A private business has a policy that you have.
A follow-up video shows what appears to be the aftermath of the incident. Two of the woman's friends confront the officer near the Walmart's entrance, and an argument ensues. In response, the officer pulls out what appeared to be a canister of mace and sprays it at the women. Neither of the women seem to be harmed. How the fuck are they're just withstanding mace? They're not going down for the count off a body slam? These are super women, dude.
Yeah.
This is neither of these women seem to be harmed. Additional officers arrived at the scene and disrupted the commotion. Damn. It's unclear
This
if the
is really
woman.
disturbing.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh yeah.
Stay in your house, Laci. Stay in your house. It's crazy.
I mean, what? That is obviously not okay. How do you deal with people who go in and refuse to wear a mask? You know, they're endangering other people.
Usually, you know, it's really hard to press charges against cops for police brutality, but luckily this one's black, so I'm sure he'll get dealt with really quickly, right? Right? No?
I don't think so.
Better than if he was white. Like, none of the cops who do all this fucked up shit on camera pay any price for what they do.
Those two old guys that killed that man that was jogging down the street, they weren't even cops. They were just like friends of the cops. They were like, they knew the cops. The cops were like, oh, it's all these boys would never do anything wrong. Let's just look the other way. And now it's like, motherfucker, they're on video murdering this guy. Like, oh, well, I guess we could press charges for a murder. It's unclear.
That it took like Twitter for them to do anything about it. You know,
well,
I can talk all kinds of shit about Twitter, but like at the end of the day, that kind of stuff is what Twitter is good at. Like in real situations of injustice, I feel like Twitter has been able to shed light on things that would have otherwise been swept under the rug.
Yeah. I think this should have been dealt with, you know, when it happened the proper way, but we have that outlet to expose a video. Like, what was it? Who was was it King? Who was the guy that Rodney King?
Rodney King.
His video came out in the 90s. That was released. And that was like the first time we had video evidence of brutality.
I don't know if that's the first time ever, but it was definitely the biggest circulation of it. It got the most coverage.
I feel like that was the first time that we really had like a camera footage of this going down, or maybe it was the first time that it was used to aware people.
Yes, I think that's true. I don't know if this was Rodney King was necessarily the first time police brutality. Had been
not enough people had cameras in the 90s, you know.
Not everyone had a.
This was
a
early
phone
90s. Someone just happened to have the camera when the police were going.
It had
to
have been
far.
a camcorder, you know.
Yeah. So like that's where we saw it happening, and that was the first time. And everybody rioted. It started a race war in Southern California, and it's gotten to the point.
Race war.
Yeah, it wasn't a race war.
It was the precipice of a race war.
No,
they called it race riots.
Yeah, they were riots based, and they were stirred up by racial tension.
Yeah.
It wasn't a war. It wasn't like
It's an understandable reaction, I think.
Well, yeah.
Like, people have a strong emotional reaction.
The only reason I'm bringing that up is because now, 20 years later, we have video evidence everywhere. And it's hard to get people to even retweet it at this point. Because it's so common.
Yeah. Well,
like,
earlier on, when a lot of this stuff came to light and Black Lives Matter started forming, I feel like there was a lot more attention to it, but it's almost like because there's so many cases, like there's just so many that people don't really pay attention unless it's an exceptionally, like absolutely cut and dry case, right? Where there's no room for interpretation, like with this guy that was jogging. I feel like that's the only time that anything gets attention now, even though it's still happening all the time, you know, and some people still post about it, but I feel like people just don't care.
I'm just glad that we have that capability now to keep people more honest with video. And it's like everybody's like Big Brother. Until they can start like CGI doctoring out what the other side does, it's benefit.
I mean,
for
if you're voluntarily carrying around a cell phone, you have no right to complain about Big Brother because that thing's tracking everything you do.
I like being
my
tracked.
phone knows how many steps I take in a day. It knows when I fall asleep and when I wake up. All of that is logged in there. All the websites I visit.
I like being on camera. I'm not the type of person that can put on a mask and hide. You know, I'm a big fucking ball of human. If I wanted to sneak around, I'm screwed. So just have cameras on me, have them on everybody. I don't care.
Have you guys ever noticed that there's never been a picture of Donald Trump or Mike Pence ever wearing a mask? and they're always like near each other. And now all these people around them are testing positive.
Really?
Yeah, his press secretary, Mike Pence press secretary, and then earlier today, Ivanka Trump's personal assistant came down.
Trump's driver, right?
It was a military valet that he had. So because Trump has like an entourage of bodyguards everywhere he goes. And it was like, I think it was like a military valet that he had came down with it. So, man, if they keep this up, we'll have President Pelosi eventually. Like Trump and Pence will both get COVID and croak from it. And then Pelosi will become president. If they both die.
Are you dreaming big dreams here, Ben?
I'm not a fan of Pelosi, but it'd be the first woman president. It'd be the first time the speaker ever became president because the vice president
and we know
got taken out.
we know Pelosi is actually immune to coronavirus because she's the undead.
Yes. She's like 80. She is 80 years old.
She died for the first time in 1992. We brought her back.
Death becomes her.
God.
That would be one hell of a way to get a female president.
Did Death Becomes Her come out in 1992?
Maybe.
It was around that time.
Early 90s. Yeah, that would be... that would be kind of a weird way to get a president, the first woman president, the oldest president ever, too. She would be the oldest also.
It's crazy how old all of them are. Like 70s, 80s. It's like, what the hell, dude? These people are ancient.
Yeah, like why now do we have the oldest people at the top of our government?
It's like the people running everything know there's about to be a regime change. There's about to be a shift, so they're just like putting the B team in, and letting them sit out for the next 4 to 8 years.
Is that your conspiracy theory about this one?
I think it's a good one.
It's funny how he says regime change too, like Sultan Trump is about to be dethroned.
Well,
like what?
Well, that's assuming that the president or whatever is actually not a figurehead.
You mean administration change?
Exactly.
Okay.
The people controlling the strings are like, well, we're time for our 2.0.
The Illuminati.
Here. Our new 0.0. Two world order 2.0. It's the future. They're going to redistribute the idea of wealth. Not the actual wealth. Yeah.
Of wealth.
Yeah, we're gonna rethink how wealth exists to make us feel better about it. But it's really gonna be everybody's just here on the marionette.
No lie. One time I was sitting here like, man, the NBA Finals went to the final game. He's like, yeah, that's what they want you to think. Like seriously.
They do. If you don't think that the NBA or the MLB or any of that is moderately set up, if not completely kayfabe World Wrestling style, then you're crazy. Did you see Kobe's last game? Did you see Jeter's last game? It was both those teams had bullshit years, so their last game could be a magic moment because it didn't actually matter.
Dude. It's hilarious. It's funny how the person saying the craziest shit is telling everyone else they're crazy for not believing what they're saying.
I'm not saying you're not crazy. I'm just saying think about it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm like a Socrates, man. This is philosophy here. I'm just philosophizing. Vice President Mike Pence. Thank you. Vice President Mike Pence's press secretary Katie Miller has tested positive for coronavirus. Miller confirmed to NBC News on Friday. President Donald Trump said earlier Friday that a press person named Katie was the Pence aide who tested positive. Earlier this year, Miller married senior Trump White House advisor Stephen Miller. Miller said she is asymptomatic and that she tested negative a day before testing positive Friday, NBC reported. Miller was at the White House on Friday morning before her positive result came in. A White House official told NBC, that Miller was showing symptoms while she was there. Miller, who had handled communications for the coronavirus task force, did not respond to multiple requests for comment from CNBC. Trump's physician and White House staff continue to work closely to ensure every precaution is taken to keep the president, first family, and the entire White House complex safe and healthy at all times. White House spokesman Judd Deere said in a statement. In addition to social distancing, daily temperature checks and symptom histories, hand sanitizer, and regular deep cleaning of all workspaces, every staff member in close proximity to the president and vice president is being tested daily for COVID-19, as well as any guests, Deere said. On Thursday, news broke that Trump's personal valet has also tested positive.
So I think a lot of these politicians are still kind of like actively socializing.
Really? You think they're socializing normally?
You think they have time?
And then, Trump was doing his daily coronavirus task force meeting, and they were all on stage together at the same time every day. Mike Pence and Trump and all of their people that they selected, Fauci.
And not wearing masks.
None of them were wearing masks, no. And there were less people than usual, but this was in the press room at the White House. There were at least 10 reporters. Normally there's way more. But yeah, they were doing that, and I think there's still dinner engagements going on and meeting.
Man's got to eat. Do you think they've at least canceled all their skull and bones sacrificial orgies?
You're taking it a little too far now.
Oh, am I? What about the regular orgies? Were those canceled?
Yes.
Good.
Social distancing.
Yeah, so in addition to social distancing, Trump's personal valet tested positive. Pence was scheduled to travel to Des Moines, Iowa in the morning, but his temperature from Andrews Air Force Base was delayed by nearly an hour as staff dealt with news of the diagnosis. Reporters traveling with Pence said several staffers disembarked from Air Force 2 just before takeoff. So there's reporters traveling with Pence, like there's all these people traveling with Pence.
Yeah, they have AIDS.
They're
they
not
have
really effectively shut down.
But
all these people are still getting their hair done.
Right.
They're all still maintaining appearances. Their lives are probably going just the same as anybody who works at Taco Bell, right?
People at Taco Bell are probably wearing masks while they're working at Taco Bell.
People at Taco Bell are having more social distancing.
Right.
Which is good, because you don't want to get a coughed on fucking Doritos Locos taco.
That's loco.
Yeah, you don't want a snotty Crunchwrap Supreme. You don't want that. You don't want that. Wear your mask. Yeah, I don't care if my politics is grimy, gritty, sicko, gross stuff. It has been before COVID. But keep my Taco Bell clean.
I'm glad you have good priorities.
Thank you.
It increases my trust in you.
Yes. That's all I want is for people to trust me. Those staffers left the plane because they had been in contact with a staffer who tested positive, NBC News reported. In response to the positive test, the White House medical office... where'd it go? Medical office has embarked on a program of contact tracing for the individual. An official told NBC some of these staffers have already been retested. As of Friday, more than 75,000 Americans have died of COVID-19, and more than 1.2 million have tested positive. Yet Pence and Trump, by and large, refused to wear masks, despite a recommendation from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention that face coverings be used to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Okay, so we know they're refusing to wear masks, or... Because they
never do it publicly?
They're saying they don't need them in those situations because the situations have been sterilized and cleared.
Do you think that's really why?
I don't know.
I feel like Trump's really vain.
Yeah.
Maybe he's worried that he'll look bad with a mask on.
At least get her like a really cool mask, like the fidget spinners of masks. Why hasn't that taken on as a trend
fidget
yet?
Spinner of masks?
You should wear a really crazy mask.
If you had like a lit mask that had like a cool a MAGA mask. Where are the MAGA masks?
Oh fuck.
Massa masks. Make America safe again.
I know that Mike Pence recently visited a factory that makes masks and didn't even wear a mask. Or no. It was Trump. Trump wore it. Right here.
CNN Tonight, I'm Don. I'm going to have a lot to talk to you about, and you have got to hear what the president says tonight. Listen to this.
I would be remiss if I didn't ask you one more question about the nearly 70,000 Americans whose lives have been lost. grandparents, mothers, fathers, sons, daughters. We've lost more people now than we lost in the Vietnam War. What do you want to say to those families tonight?
I want to say I love you. I want to say that we're doing everything we can.
Laci looks horrified.
I just called to
I want to say I love you.
I
That
love
was
you.
not what I was expecting him to say.
I also want to say that we're trying to protect people over 60 years old. We're trying so hard. I want to just say to the people that have lost family
See how far apart they're sitting?
and have lost everything, and the people that have just suffered so badly and just made it, that we love you.
You think someone come out with a tape measure and measured 6 feet?
Yeah. Well, Trump, you know, according to Trump, he just has to whip his dick out. And as long as you don't touch the tip, that's 6 feet away. It's just Trump.
Did not
he said,
need that image.
He says he's got a huge one. I believe the president.
Stormy Daniels
6 feet long.
Yeah.
6 feet
6
long.
feet. Yeah. No.
That's like a literal hose. You need like a fucking hose box for that shit.
His balls act as a spindle. He just wraps them up around the fucking junk.
We're working with you. We're supplying vast
Half of
amounts
Secret
of money
Service
like
is there just to
never
help him
before.
piss.
We want that money to get to the people, and we want them to get better. And we want them, you can never really come close to replacing when you've lost some, no matter how well we do next year. I think our economy is going to be raging. It's going to be so good. No matter how well, those people can never, ever replace somebody they love. But we're going to have something that they're going to be very proud of.
Okay, so that was a minute-long journey through President Trump.
That's what he would say to someone who lost somebody. I love you, and then all that other stuff.
Oh my god, that
I love
clip
you.
is so disturbing.
I love you, but have you tried these new Omaha steaks?
I don't watch the news, so I haven't actually seen Trump's face for a while, and he looks haggard.
He looks like a bad guy. Maybe not a bad guy in Star Wars, but he looks like a Star Wars politician.
The dark side just started to corrupt him.
Yeah.
There'll be more.
There's like bags under his eyes, like
Not even-
everything.
Yeah. It's not even the dark side corrupted him. He looks like one of the characters that would become a patsy to the dark side. And he would all the honor he had was thrown away in a moment of weakness, then they discarded him. Like one of those weak ass characters.
Factory
But maybe
that is
I'm wrong.
producing
Maybe he's the emperor.
N95 masks. As you can see, the president who just today said that he would wear a mask did not.
I will say none of the people he's with are wearing masks either, though. I see a guy in the background wearing a mask.
A mask. It's
That's Secret
crazy.
Service,
Like,
right?
If he actually gets sick,
He's in
old.
the age range where he could die if he gets it. Like, more easily than most people.
So what are we saying? Are we saying that because he's not wearing a mask, it's because he knows it's a pandemic? No. There's nothing to worry about? Is that what we're
I
saying?
think he's just like
So good to see Casey Tron on again. Love you guys, been watching since episode 1. Gonna be donating more since I'm rich from the government now. This next fat dab is for you. Keep
Thank
up
you.
the good work, sweet boys.
They called you Casey Tron.
That's Laci Tron. Get it right.
Laci Tron.
What the hell is the Casey Tron?
I'm just glad that we got paid $20 for that mistake.
That was
How
great.
nice was that? How nice was that? Fat dab time. No.
Yeah,
Had one.
if there's a good chance if Trump gets sick, it wouldn't go well for him. So I don't know why he didn't even want to get tested at first until they were like, no, you have to keep getting tested now. So
maybe there is a cure that just isn't feasible to give to everybody, and he knows it. So he's like, fuck it. He's like,
what the hell? You're like a full-on conspiracy.
He does this all the time.
Well, like we had a cure for AIDS for like 20,
No, we didn't.
20 years. Magic Johnson.
That doesn't mean we have a cure for it.
He had access to it because it
Well,
wasn't,
first of all,
it wasn't
he never,
readily available for everybody.
He never ended up getting AIDS.
Because of the cure.
No. We have medications that make HIV manageable to where it never reaches that stage.
Okay. That could be true.
Yeah.
Beppy Compton, West Coast.
Billy.
And someone who's a multimillionaire like Magic Johnson could afford it in the early 90s more easily than,
That's what I was alluding
They
to.
have that kind of medicine widely available now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can suppress it to the point where it's undetectable.
Yeah, you can live a normal lifespan now, even though you're
Totally.
HIV positive.
11 Secret Service agents test positive for COVID-19?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yep.
Man, could you imagine if someone was coming up to the president and they were coughing and you had to take them down and then you caught a cough for the president instead of a bullet?
Fuck, that's crazy.
That sucks.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Like they're just walking up, "Hey, president." Not in your hand. Whap, and you got to beat the shit out of them. Newly unveiled documents suggest nearly a dozen U.S. Secret Service members have tested positive for COVID-19. According to documents from Department of Homeland Security that were obtained by Yahoo News, there were 11 active cases at the agency as of Thursday. On top of those currently infected, another 23 Secret Service members have reportedly recovered from coronavirus. Another 60 employees are allegedly self-quarantining. So this is not just like the Secret Service near the president. These people probably aren't even near the president. The Secret Service is all over the country, right? Like we have a DHS office here in the Seattle area. I'm sure that there's one in, I would think every state. But
At
it's
least
not,
one.
It gotta be at least one. To protect the privacy of our employees' health information and for operational security, the Secret Service is not releasing how many of its employees have tested positive for COVID-19, nor how many of its employees were or currently are quarantined. Justine Whalen, a Secret Service spokeswoman, told Yahoo News when asked about the documents, the Secret Service did not immediately return the Hill's request for comment. News of coronavirus spreading among Secret Service members comes amid reports this week that multiple White House officials have tested positive for COVID-19. On Friday, it was revealed that Katie Miller, the Vice President's press secretary and the wife of Senior House Advisor Stephen Miller, had contracted the virus, and on Thursday, one of the president's personal valets, yada, 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 fuck you, we read this already, right here, the fucking person, the Secret Service, I'm not worried, but look, I get things done, I don't worry about things, I do what I have to do, he said. We've taken very strong precautions at the White House, but again, we're dealing with an invisible situation, nobody knows. Nobody knows, man. Nobody fucking knows.
Yeah.
It's invisible. It's invisible, guys. We're dealing with basically Jesus coming back.
I'm having allergies
But
right now.
it's not COVID, is it?
Nope.
I'm 4 feet away from you. Could you just sit 2 feet back? I'm going to go just 1 foot. You go 1 foot. Meet
Wait,
me
are you
halfway back.
quarantining together?
Yeah.
No.
You are?
We touch tips every night for quarantine. For quarantine. I looked at Ben. I looked at him. I said, Benjamin, will you be my quarantine? And he said, yes, Billy.
Oh.
Cuddle with me.
That's cute. I'm happy for you guys.
Thank
I hope
you.
it works out.
Thank you. It's like a regular Bert and Ernie situation. We have 2 beds, but you never really see us in them.
Wait, do you actually live together?
No.
Oh.
You
just come to the same place to record?
Yeah. Yeah, we have the
Oh.
audio set up here, and Ben never leaves the house, so I'm a happy boy to come drive for this wonderful audio visual setup that I don't have at my house.
Yeah.
I really liked the idea of you guys having a Bert and Ernie situation.
Oh,
so
God.
I know.
I'm going to pretend
That's going to be part of my OnlyFans. I'm going to Photoshop beds in a room together
you're
and Ben
not.
and me in them. My OnlyFans content is just going to be Photoshop pictures of me and Ben in a questionably ambiguous relationship.
That's harassment.
That's my OnlyFans. I hope everybody signs up today, 1995, to see me and Ben playing footsie.
Hate you.
You probably could do that.
I know.
I'd sign up.
It's great. It's great. I'm going to hire a Ben lookalike to play footsie with me on camera.
Here's the best defense of any allegations of criminal activity.
Man accused of murdering family inside Florida home said he doesn't remember it.
But
I don't even remember doing that, dude. How could it be me?
Must have not have done it.
I don't remember that. That's like when I ate your bagel in our shared refrigerator. I was like, because we have like a Bert and Ernie situation. So like, you leave the bagel in the fridge, I eat it, and you're like, "Did you eat my bagel?"
Are
I'm like,
we
I don't
just
remember.
totally not living in
I
reality
don't
today?
remember eating that bagel.
No.
Okay.
But I
Really
remember it. I remember it being on my tummy, but I don't remember eating it. Osceola County, Florida. The man accused of killing his family and dog. Fuck this guy. They didn't say dog in the title.
Yeah, that does change it for me.
The family thing, I was like, oh, cute. He killed his family. Yeah, well, I was prepared. I was prepared for the family and the title. I wasn't prepared for the dog. John Wick needs to come and set this guy straight. The man accused of killing his family and dog in their Florida home in December said in a phone call from jail that he doesn't remember any of it. Anthony Tott, 44, is charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of his wife, Megan, their 3 children, 13-year-old, 11-year-old, and 4-year-old, in a phone call from jail made late February and released Monday by the Orange Osceola State Attorney's Office. You can hear Tote tell someone that he doesn't remember anything. Deputies believe he killed his family in December and stayed in the home with the decomposing bodies until January. Was it like a New Year's Eve murder, or was it a December 1st? Was it a 2-month stay in the house with the bodies?
This is disturbing. Will you be sad if I go get my puppy?
Laci, go get your puppy.
Yes, please go get a puppy.
Go get a puppy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get him.
Go get a puppy.
Right.
Well, it's a her. I just misgendered my puppy. Fucked up.
Nah, you don't know it's a her yet. She could make some decisions soon. I think everybody's leaving right now, so now that I'm alone, here's my conspiracy theory, all right? We bring up a dog being murdered, and everybody's like, how could you care more about the dog than the human? But the first thing these two do is go run towards their dogs. They're not running towards their humans. Of course we care more about our dogs. We chose them. They need us. They need us. What's up, bubbies? What's up, baby? Little baby puppy girl. What's her name?
What's that? I just put my headphones in.
What's the puppy's name?
This is Poppy.
Poppy. Hi, Poppy.
Poppy the puppy.
Poppy the puppy. Good doggo.
She likes to come in here while I'm recording sometimes.
Yeah. Ben went and got his pupper too. So now that you both have your emotional support animals, I'm just gonna pull out my junk. I'm gonna do a little fap.
No.
If you guys get dogs, I get something. It's only fair.
Oh, puppy dream! I love it. Oh my god.
I'm at least gonna play with my boob. I don't know. I don't have anything else, dude. I'm at a loss here.
Why is it always unwholesome with you? I thought you were a sweet boy.
I got an OnlyFans now. I got to promote it. Come watch me pet my dog on OnlyFans.
On a new grind.
You see this one?
Coronavirus has apparently been detected in semen. Yeah. Which is crazy because I can't taste it.
I've read so many conflicting stories on this.
There has been a whole lot of talk about whether coronavirus can be detected or pass through semen. This is a reoccurring situation for us.
It couldn't be because a lot of stuff is passed through semen.
Yeah, like love and babies.
Yeah.
During the coronavirus pandemic, public health authorities have urged people to exercise caution before having partner sex. How can you stay 6 feet apart? I guess it's partner sex?
Well, if you're Donald Trump.
That's true. But that's just tickling the tip, even at 6 feet, because he's not 6'7". During the coronavirus pandemic, due to unknowns about how the virus is transmitted, one small study published on Thursday appears to give some credence to this concern, indicating that the novel coronavirus may be detectable in semen. Published in JAMA Network Open, the study assessed semen samples from 38 patients at the Shangqi Municipal Hospital in Shangqi, China, all of whom had been diagnosed with COVID-19. The authors found that a small number of the patients, about 16%, had detectable levels of the virus in their samples. Significantly, the researchers note that the progression of the disease did not appear to have any impact on the levels of the virus in their semen. 4 of the men were at the acute stage of the virus, while 2 of the men were classified as having already recovered. The study is small, and its findings do not necessarily mean that COVID-19 is transmissible via sex, just that the virus may be present in small amounts in some patients' reproductive tracts. The study also did not follow up with the subjects after recovery, so it's unclear exactly how long the virus remained.
But like we've said before, the nature of sex itself would most likely transmit COVID-19, even if it's not, in semen or in vaginal fluid or anything like that. It's definitely in saliva, right?
I don't know. You could be into skee balling.
Skee balling?
Yeah, skee balling. You ever play skee ball?
I have played skee ball, yes.
Yeah, somebody sits about 7-8 foot away from you and try and fling your skeet in their mouth. They're like, ah, and you're like, from like 7. It's skee balling.
Billy, gross.
What? You don't kink shame?
Do you only know about this kind of stuff?
Skee balling? I know a lot about a lot of things, but this is one action where you could be at a safe social distance and still catch it from the skee balling.
She's standing on my boobs.
Well,
I don't know what to do about
we
this.
all might be giants.
Wow. This has been exceptionally disturbing.
I'm sorry
All
about
the way
that.
around.
Usually we have a really good time here.
Oh shit! Should we start having a good time?
All right, let's do the good time.
All right, let's do good time
I'm
stuff.
having a good time now.
Let's let the good times roll.
Conflict.
Nicolas Cage to play Tiger King's Joe Exotic in scripted series from American Vandal showrunner exclusive. American Vandal. Oh, dude. American Vandal is such a good show. Have you watched it?
Funny.
No.
Yeah.
Lacey, have you seen it?
Yeah. Fucking
It's
funny.
so fucking good. It's like a mockumentary about the first season and the second season are different, but the first season is about a guy or somebody had like drawn a bunch of dicks on a public school, and they like had a series to like uncover like what was going on. This actually makes perfect sense. I didn't know the American Vandal guy was behind this. This is probably going to be friggin' hilarious.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage is set to star in a scripted series centered on Joe Exotic, the subject of the Netflix docuseries Tiger King. Variety has learned exclusively. The 8-episode series is being produced by Imagine Television Studios and CBS Television Studios. It will be taken to market in the coming days. It is based on the Texas Monthly article Joe Exotic, A Dark Journey into the World of a Man Gone Wild by Leif Ristad.
However you say it.
Yeah. CBS TV Studios optioned the article in June of 2019. Dan Lagana will serve as writer, showrunner, and executive producer under his overall deal at CBS TV Studios, with Paul Young executive producing via Make Good Content. Imagine's Brian Grazer and Sammy Kim Falvey will executive produce louder. This is all bullshit here.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
The role marks the first regular television role of Cage's career. He has long been praised for his film work, having won the Academy Award for Best Actor for Leaving Las Vegas and getting a nomination in the same category for adaptation. He is also known for his starring roles in films like Moonstruck, Raising Arizona, Face Off, and The National Treasure, and Ghost Rider films. He also recently lent his voice to some other shit. Oscar-winning animated film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. His upcoming films include The Unbearable. This is all them
whatever,
bullshit here, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like... this was optioned in 2019, and they were just sitting on it waiting to see if anything happened with the Netflix doc.
Huh.
Now they're like, okay, let's jump on this.
That's exciting, though. He'll make a great Tiger King.
It's going to be good. The American Vandal guys were fucking smart. It was really, they kind of came about because of the Making a Murderer documentary that blew up on Netflix. It had like a similar style to it, taking the piss out of it, mocking it, but obviously not murder. It was if somebody was going around drawing dicks on car windows.
Penis Man.
Yeah, it's funny.
That show is so fun. If you need like something really light and goofy,
yeah,
it's a great quick watch.
All right, let's play this.
Bow.
Here's someone talking about the news story we just read about the coronavirus having coronavirus in semen. This guy.
What's up, my YouTube and Instagram family? This your boy Berto checking in with another conspiracy video. Okay, so guys, this is pretty big. So I believe in China they had.
He works at KFC, I can tell, because he's got a shirt with Colonel Sanders on it.
How you know he's not just?
Is that just fashion these days?
Could just be a proud eater at KFC.
Could be fashion.
Fashion.
Two men that had recently tested positive for the coronavirus and were, I guess, believed not to have it anymore. But in their semen, their sperm was coronavirus. Coronavirus ended up in their sperm. So now they're wondering if the coronavirus can be sexually transmitted through sex.
Sexually transmitted through sex.
That will be a disaster if this is true. This would explain why so many people have it. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it could, because the government and the elites are behind the coronavirus and they want it to spread. They want people to die.
Do you agree with him, Billy?
Okay. No. I don't like how he's assuming that because it's sexually transmitted that's like a bad thing. Because like we all knew you can get it from just being 6 feet close to somebody. Like this,
right? It being sexually transmitted doesn't make it any more contagious than it already is.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. This would be an aha breakthrough moment for anybody, in any reason other than the scientists who want to know how this virus operates within the human body, and what fluids it can come in contact with. It'll tell us more about the virus itself, not about what it will do to us.
You know, just imagine the number of people that will have the coronavirus because, you know, they had sex with somebody and they ended up getting the coronavirus. Like, you can't even explain that.
You can get it just by having someone cough on you.
People should assume that sex will transmit the coronavirus. What the fuck is wrong with people?
Yeah.
It should be obvious.
It's true.
But
even if they didn't know if it was sexually transmitted through semen, look at all the other shit you're doing while you have sex.
Right.
But what if I just hit it from the back and turn my head like this? I turn my head like this and hit it from the back while they're facing the other way. I think that's safe. That's safe. I'm like, if I cough, I'm coughing this way.
You're not gonna give like a little kiss?
No, not with corona. No kisses.
You'll fuck, but not give a little kiss.
No, not with corona.
Not with corona. If I eat the ass, that gets me about 4 feet away from the mouth. It's kind of that's sort of distancing.
Wow.
That image is hilarious.
I'm not really going to do that.
Trying to keep 6 feet while you have sex.
Yeah.
While he eats ass.
Yeah. Well, look, if I have 3 feet from my mouth to my penis and there's 3 feet from a vagina to her mouth, that's 6 feet distance.
But
No. That's not how it works.
I don't know. I think I just did the math.
It's 6 feet from the person's entire body, not just their mouth. Yeah.
Billy, are you doing Tinder hookups in the era of coronavirus?
Well, the cool thing is that nobody on Tinder wanted to hook up with me before coronavirus. So it's not even a problem. I'm safe. The only matches I get on Tinder are like people who say they're pansexual and they look like a Technicolor basketball. I'm like, hey.
Technicolor basketball.
Yeah. I'm like, she dyed parts of her body that she hasn't even seen. How does that work?
Oh my God.
What?
Yeah.
I honestly feel so triggered by people who dye their hair rainbow colored because whenever people would there would be like a social media mob, it was like a rainbow haired mob.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I have rainbow hair PTSD now.
Yeah, it's like, how much better would it be if they were all just Oompa Loompas? And they were like,
I would like that. I would like that.
Oompa Loompa Doompity Doo.
Oompa Loompas are a little menacing.
Yeah, but that'd be better if they're like, give us human rights, we are people too. That'd be
that's a good remix.
That'd be way better, right? That'd be way better than just like some
what the hell?
me-looking broad with rainbow bright hair.
We never thought that Willy Wonka was part of the slave trade, that he imported these people from another land and enslaved them in his chocolate factory. Yes.
It was a metaphor. Oh, you know what's crazy about Willy Wonka?
Everything.
Okay, so I can't remember what Quaker Oats. Quaker Oats produced Willy Wonka. The director, Quaker Oats produced Willy Wonka. The director of Willy Wonka has never really done like a feature film before. He was like a documentary guy. They pretty much just gave Roald Dahl money and a guy that knew how to hold the camera and let him make a movie that it's a crazy piece of cinema. It really shouldn't exist the way it does nowadays. Disney would be all up in that bitch. It was just Quaker Oats like, we want to sell some candy. Let's make a movie about candy. And they're like, let's let Roald Dahl do it. And he's like, I'm the motherfucker. You want to give me money and a cameraman? Let's make some weird shit. He's got slave trade. He's got child fucking labor. He's got kidnapping, destroying little fat kids, making kids fat, feeding kids to the geese. That was some sick perversion. You get Gene Wilder, who I know got a blowjob on a video one time.
Oh my God. What? Oh my God. We're going to tell this story again.
We just told it recently.
Do it. Yeah, you've already brought it up.
Really, really short, Laci. When I was a little kid, 11 or 12 years old, I found a VHS tape in the garbage can, and I took it home. I put it in my VCR. It was a 6-hour long tape of pornography. My parents found it. My mom wrote on it garbage can nasties because my dad wouldn't let her throw it away because it was such a quality porn tape. But one segment of that porn tape, I swear, as a little kid, I saw Gene Wilder getting a full-on blowjob in a like a. It wasn't a sex scene from a movie.
Sure it was Gene Wilder?
It looked like Gene Wilder, and as a kid, I knew what Willy Wonka looked like, right? Like I knew Gene Wilder, and I was like, "Why is Gene?" But it felt like it could have been from a movie, the production quality. But like, there's no movie where Gene Wilder is just going to get sucked off by a very 80s attractive woman. She looked very attractive for the 80s. She didn't have the particular.
You said she was Cindy Crawford or whatever.
Yeah, she had like a Cindy Crawford look to her.
I feel like this explains a lot about you.
I was always dealing with porn when I was a kid. I was always finding it. My dad kept his collection of Playboy magazines in my room. I don't like.
What?
There was like a stack of like 50 Playboys, which I don't know if he did that on purpose. It used to be his room, but then my parents moved me into their room, and they didn't bother moving the Playboys out. So I don't know if my dad was just like, oh, we're gonna give him all he can not to be gay.
Now Billy didn't finish the story though with the Gene Wilder tape.
Yeah.
What did you do with the tape?
Well, my dad coveted that tape, but I thought it'd be funny to take it to the local teen center and play it for my friends. And they caught me playing the porno tape at the teen center, and they took the tape from me. And my dad's like, where's my fucking porn tape? And I was like, oh, it got taken away from me at the teen center. He's like, what? So he marched me down to the teen center. He's like, give me back my fucking porn tape. And they're like, oh, we don't have that anymore. We threw it away. He's like, bullshit. You don't throw away porn like that. One of you motherfuckers stole my porn tape. I want it back. And then they never got it back. But I'm like, Dad, you say they don't throw away porn like that, but I found it actually in a garbage can.
Right.
So maybe somebody else found it in that garbage can and it lives on. I don't know. Maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are you still close to your dad? Does he still bring you porn tapes?
No. I technically brought him the porn tape there. I found it in a garbage can, brought it home, got caught with it. He got it. There was a couple other times I found like porno magazines.
The stories of Billy's dad are pretty next level.
Yeah, my dad is a quite a character.
His dad had to give up smoking weed because his work started testing for it.
Yeah, they were like, you're going to get fired or you got to go to weed rehab.
So what does he do?
He started smoking crack because crack's out of your system in 3 days. Yeah, weed's out of your system in 30 days, crack's out in 3 days. Somebody's like, well, can't have weed. Got to have something. I like getting high. Couldn't drink because he was an alcoholic, so he had to quit drinking.
Are
so
you fucking with me?
No. Billy's dad was like a functional crackhead.
One of the most honorable crackheads I've ever met. Top tier, like how I was like top tier fat, he was a top tier crackhead. He was an honorable man. He's like the John Wayne of crack smoking. As long as you don't look at all the weird shit they say about John Wayne.
He was a kid and there were people cooking up crack. Like Billy even thought he had an allergy to it.
Yeah, there'd be people in my house like chefs cooking crack. And I'd come home and my eyes would be burning. Yeah, my eyes would be burning. I thought I was allergic to crack for a while, but it turns out they were just bad cooks and they were like burning the ammonia that it takes to cut the crack. And then there would always be like, yeah, my dad's dealer, and I feel like this isn't snitching because like I'm sure his legal name isn't Ice, but my dad's dealer was like this black man named Ice, and he'd always get kicked out of his hotels, so he'd have to come stay at our house for a while. And he'd bring his crack whores to my house, and they'd like sit around eating my Hot Pockets and stuff. It really pissed me off because they wouldn't cook like one Hot Pocket. They'd cook 2 Hot Pockets. They'd take a bite out of each of them and then leave basically entire Hot Pockets laying around. It pissed me off to no end. It was very tough times for me.
Jesus Christ.
Those were my Hot Pockets, basically. I was a fat kid, so everything in the house that was edible would be mine if I got to it first. I don't know. I called dibs, I guess. But they definitely weren't bought for those crackheads. They weren't bought for them to waste. Because I think
I feel like I'm being messed with.
No, this is 100% true. 100% true. I used to get yelled at as a little kid for wasting. So I think that's why I was extra mad. Because I think I was fat because I was always afraid of leaving food on my plate because I'd get yelled at. So like the fact that these crack whores could get away with leaving food on their plate and I couldn't, I think that's really where my anger came from. Because they weren't held to the fire. That was all ingrained in me when I was a little kid. I think around 13 or 14, I realized that, my dad wasn't the be-all, end-all authority in the world. And that's when I kind of realized he was just kind of doing his best.
Wasn't your dad mad that when you ate popcorn on the couch or something?
Yeah, I used to eat popcorn, and I'm a fat guy, piggy dude. I'd probably shovel it in my mouth, and little kernels would fall on the ground. And I was like, it was a crack house. So we weren't terribly clean.
Yeah, when crackheads run out of crack, they start like combing through the carpet.
It's called carpet surfing.
Yeah.
So he'd look for a little piece of crack that he might have dropped. He'd find a little tiny kernel of popcorn. He'd put it in his pipe, go to smoke it. And instead of getting a nice hit of crack, it'll go and pop in his fucking mouth. And he'd get so mad. So he banned me from eating popcorn at the TV area because of his popcorn carpet surfing. But that being said, I'm telling you, my dad is really a fucking stand-up guy. Very charming, very funny. He hasn't done this for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And even when he was doing it, he wasn't that terrible unless he was coming down off of it. Then it got a little moody. But for the most part, he was a good dad, sweet dad. He'd take me to the science center and take me to his work to go look at the big ships he worked on. He was a ship fitter for the local Union Maritime Boilermaker. It was cool. It was a cool experience most of the time. But sometimes there were crack whores that ate my Hot Pockets. Sometimes there were questionable people. I remember one time bounty hunters kicked our door in and tried to take my dad away. My dad was like, "You're in the wrong house." They're like, "Sir, you got to come with us." He's like, "Who the fuck are you here for?" And like they were at the wrong house.
Oh, wow.
And then they just like left because they realized they violated so many laws. If my dad would have pressed charges, he probably could have had all their licenses and had like a big insurance claim. But again, we're kind of a crack house, so we didn't push it. But shit like that was happening pretty often. It was good times. Mr. Morgan says, I wonder if Billy ever sexed one of those crack whores. Never. Luckily, I had a little sister, so there was all types of like younger, my sister's like a year younger than me, so there's all these other girls around that I could have simped on instead of crack whores.
Yeah.
So I never had to worry about simping on crack whores. I had natural sluts.
Oh my god.
Farm raised sluts. It's just
what?
What?
Billy, what the fuck is
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Natural sluts.
Farm raised organic. I don't want to call them whores. They were given away for free. I'm not shaming. They were good people. And of course, I was a little fat kid, so all I ever did was simp on them. I'd be like, "Oh, you want to ride? You want to ride?"
What the fuck is all this simp stuff?
Oh, it's
the term simp. It's
is it
like
the new cuck.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Cuck is letting another man fuck your wife. Simp is just following a girl that's never gonna get with you.
Yeah, and like giving them money, buying them gifts,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to normalize it, just like I was trying to normalize cuck. I had no wife to offer up, but if I did, I would, just to normalize that word, because I'm part of the good guys, Laci.
Maybe we should read some Streamlabs before we move on.
Probably,
All
yeah.
right.
Get me out of this weird conversation. That's
You
only
got
half
yourself
joking.
into it.
That's only half joking.
Natural sluts.
All the crack stuff is, and I say natural. I say that they were very sweet girls with terrible issues, And I was never with any of them either. I was never with any of them either. They were just like all around. And I'm saying there's a dichotomy here, a hierarchy. The crack whores were far below the organic, hood-raised girls.
Just keep burrowing down in that hole.
Yeah.
I can dig my way out of this hole. Probably not. DJ Cryptos Rock says, hi, Laci. Is it currently safe to share fleshlights? Love you, Ben. Hi, Billard.
Thank you.
Is it currently safe to share fleshlights?
It's never safe to share fleshlights.
How about this? If I wash the fleshlight, fill it with snacks, and have it sent as a care package to somebody, does that make it essential?
I would say snacks and fleshlights are essential, yes.
Okay. PT Hammer gave us some. It's okay. It's okay as long as there's snacks packed in it. It's it's like the most interesting Pringles can. You're like, what the fuck? You're dipping in the fucking pussy lips trying to pull out a
it would be a really bad Pringles can. That shit would be crumbs.
Yeah, not crumb in my mouth. Oh, probably not. PT Hammer gave us big love. Lord Nurgle gave us big love. Joe Chim says, Ben, how often do you still watch old content from the old show?
I don't.
Yeah. DJ Sten says, Billy, I ordered Chipotle on the app, and when I went to pick it up, we already read that. Fuck, I saw Chipotle and just couldn't help myself but read it again. Gotta stop that. Killer99 said the guy, Michael Anderson, made a YouTube post about how he was having an emotional breakdown. The next day, he deleted his channel.
Yeah.
Killer99. Carrie says, get that fat ass on OnlyFans, Billy. Get that juicy ass and tits out for mama. Sounds good, Carrie. Working on it. PT Hammer gave us a little love and said, the CIA told me to tell you, Billy, to stop telling the secrets. So, PT Ham, big time donator to the show.
Yes.
Are we CIA shills? Does PT Ham work for the CIA? Is that what we're doing?
What advantage would the CIA get from being in cahoots with us?
If I'm perpetuating this misinformation, they get to they profit off misinformation.
I mean,
am I unknowingly working for the CIA?
No.
Okay. I can trust you, Ben. PT Ham also said that was the best video ever. Ron Villanova says, how much for Ben to motorboat Billy's tits?
No thanks.
You don't think so?
You know what? Some wealthy person from Europe tried to pay Billy like $10,000 $10,000 for Billy to poop on him.
Yeah. He offered me basically a blank check to have sex with him. And I was like, I don't know. I said I would poop on him, but then I went on a diet.
It was like a feeder fetish.
Yeah, it was a feeder guy. And he wanted to feed me a bunch of like meatballs and stuff and have me take a crap on him. And I was like, this is a weird time in my life where, $10,000 could have done a whole lot for me.
Elton John, right?
It wasn't Elton John.
Oh.
He might be friends with Elton John, though. But I said to the guy, I was like, okay, we'll do it. But then I ran into Jake the Snake Roberts at LAX airport after filming something for MTV. And Jake the Snake was like, you got to go on a diet, dude. You're too fat. And I went on a diet, and I told the guy, I was like, hey, something happened this week. I'm not going to be able to poop on you. And he was kind of heartbroken. But I know it probably would have led to me getting like $50,000 to bend him over and prostitute myself further.
So you would have done that?
I think so, yeah. I'm not above that. It's like a few hours of work tops for what some people would earn in a year. It's not bad.
We're getting some weird feedback through Laci's channel here for some reason. I'm not sure why it's happening.
CIA.
Yeah.
I should have talked. The CIA was obviously a joke. Can we please have our airwaves back? Thank you.
All right.
Hypothesis said, let charity sex for broke incels be a tax write-off. Smart. Dragon of the West says, we might have less school shooters if prostitution was legal trade. I like how everybody's coming out now. Wait, let's talk about legal prostitution, please. If it was legal trade, plus it might make your first time less awkward because you're doing it with someone who knows how. Also increases dopamine that makes you happy. Makes you happy. The Cinephiliac says, can you tell Pesci the pit bull that she's a real stand-up dog? CIA, I'm sorry.
Pesci. Yeah, what
Pesci
is
the
that?
pit bull, you're a real stand-up dog. This is the CIA
I'm going to try, Laci, I'm going to try to call you back really quick here because I'm not sure. Something's coming in and out like this weird audio interference, and I don't know. I'm going to hang up the call and call you right back.
It's the moon, man.
All right.
It's Gale. While we're waiting, Calificent said, the thing is, the mask doesn't protect you, it protects the people around you. That's probably why they don't give a shit. Damn it. That's a good point, Calificent.
All right. We'll see.
Is that better?
So far, yes.
So far, so good.
Okay. Yes. That's weird. Wonder what happened.
Calificent said the mask doesn't protect you, it protects the people around you. That's probably why Trump and Pence don't give a shit. Because it doesn't protect them, it protects the people around them.
It protects you a little bit. It doesn't do nothing for you.
It filters particles that could, like droplets, they call them.
Alpha 13 said, my dog is also named Poppy. I love her. That's awesome, Alpha.
Oh, that's
awesome.
cute.
Dragon of the West said, just thought of something. People who are addicted to speed straight up clean up their house. Someone should open up a business where you pay speed freaks to clean your house. They also steal.
It's happening again.
Worse now.
Oh, no.
Do you hear that?
I don't think Laci hears it.
Okay.
It sounds like someone's trying to interpret our signal. I really should not have called out the CIA on this
I see
episode.
it on my thing, though. I don't know.
I was joking, CIA. Please, I don't want to make Drunken Peasants the new Laurel Canyon. Don't look that up, guys. Don't look that up.
Is it still happening?
Not right now. It comes in waves. Like, it'll be fine for a while, and then it'll come out of nowhere.
Speaking of comes in waves.
There it is. It's happening right now.
There it is. Yeah, I can see it on my... I wonder if it's my cell phone.
Are you getting a little text in or a little something?
Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
It could be.
If you could keep the cell
Let me put it
phone...
on airplane mode and see if it helps.
I'm sure airplane mode will help it, but also just keeping it away from your speakers and microphone grounding. Like if it was off to the side, should be enough to keep it away.
Yeah. Keep an eye on it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm looking to see if there's anything else that came in while we were talking. Billy is the male and top of that relationship. Thank you, Bappy Compton. I agree. Totally.
Okay.
Daddy. Twilight City said, I caught one of your episodes where you talked about Neil Breen. Have y'all seen Red Letter Media's videos on him? Billy, did you check out my short film? I didn't watch a short film, Twilight City. I got lost in my timeline.
Pretty sure. Did you go to a thing with Adam?
Yeah, Adam and I went to go see the premiere of
I was
Neil
out
Breen's,
of town at the time.
Yeah, Neil Breen's movie, his newest movie, and Adam from You Movie Sex has a lot of content on Neil Breen. I haven't seen Red Letter Media's stuff. It's probably pretty funny. I should look further towards it. I think there was something else from Twilight City that's not showing up. Starting Chris gave some love. Virtuoso said, so Onision gave birth to a generation of OnlyFans creators. I mean, maybe he didn't give birth to them, but they definitely found him before they found the ability to have the confidence.
And many of them are detractors now.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's see if there's anything else from Twilight City. Said Cage was recently in an H.P. Lovecraft film adaptation of The Color of Outer Space. Thought it was a good movie. I heard about that. I really want to watch it. I haven't seen Mandy either, which I heard was a good Nicolas Cage film. I was trying to see that when it was in theaters, and I totally missed it. Bappy Compton said, just stop to say, keep up the good work. Oh, and Billy is the only sweet boy. Wow, Bappy. You're so mean. You're so mean to everybody but me, and I appreciate that. And then Ing Bingy asked a personal question about Laci that I don't think we need to bring up.
Yeah.
But I will ask it anyways. Laci, am I a sweet boy?
You're the sweetest boy, Billy.
Yes. Sorry, Ben. You're like
this is a conspiracy.
You're up there. It's the CIA. Yeah. Thank God.
Well, Ben, Billy texts me once in a while. He gets the sweetest designation.
Yeah.
Although you DM me on Twitter more than Billy does.
Because I got the text number. I don't got a DM. I'm like, Laci, how you doing? You have been around for a while. You want to see my... And I don't fill it in there, so you have to be like, what is he trying to show me? Put it in your head.
No.
Okay, that's true. I didn't do that.
You're only a sweet boy on text.
Thank you. Thank you. A lot of people think that I'm a
what?
Onision.
A misogynist?
A misogynist. I'm an androgynous
A Play-Doh
misogynist.
enthusiast?
A soggy misoggy?
I'm an androgynous misogynist. Let me put my hair down. You'll see. I do have beautiful curls, some people say. Some people think I should cut my hair.
Yeah, some people meaning you about yourself all the time.
Oh, people talk about my curls far and wide.
That's still you.
They're pretty well known.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like you texted me something really cute, but I can't remember what it was.
I will look through my texts and see if it was cute.
Billy the cute texter.
Okay, this here it says
text.
This here it says Laci Green, I have a green screen. I put you on my green screen behind me, so my green screen is Laci Green screen.
Laci Green screen.
You didn't text that.
I didn't text that. No, I didn't text that.
That's hilarious.
I did not.
You texted me that you were having a ladies' night in Vegas. Oh, wait, no. You would be in Vegas by the time I got to Seattle.
Yeah, I was like, you should have came to Vegas.
It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, should have came to Vegas.
No, I maybe it wasn't you. Maybe I'm confusing you with another sweet boy.
Here's the thing. If it was sweet and you can't remember what it was me. It was definitely me.
Because he roofied you.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah, Billy the Cosby.
Hell?
No, I'm
Billy
a sweet
the Cosby.
boy. I'm a sweet boy. Wouldn't do
He's
that.
a sweet boy. He wouldn't
Yes.
dream.
Wouldn't
He wouldn't
dream.
dream.
I would. You know what? I did dream one time of giving somebody a roofie.
What?
It was Bill Cosby. I had a dream.
That's what it's like.
I put him to sleep, and when he
Jesus.
woke up, he was tied to a chair, and I was dressed as Fat Albert sans blackface. I was white Fat Albert.
White Albert.
I said, hey, Mr. Cosby, you really fucked over everybody's childhood. And he was like, what are you doing to me? And I was like, I'm going to spoon feed you pudding pops until you puke, Bill Cosby. And I got it all on this Kodak film. And he was like, no. And then I woke up. Crazy dream.
You had to wash your sheets.
Crazy.
Yeah. I woke up in a puddle of pudding pop. Where'd that come from? It's terribly uncomfortable. Guys, none of that was true. I never had
It's
that
all
dream.
lies with you. It's all lies.
No, I tell a lot of truths, but I
No.
find what?
No truth.
No.
No truth.
Anything I've ever said that was kind was truthful. Anything I ever said
No.
that was kind of weird, probably truthful. Anything that I said that was psychotic, super sexualized, or graphic, I probably made up. I don't know why I choose those things to make up.
I don't either.
I don't know.
You gotta figure that out.
Yeah.
You gotta
I had a
figure it out.
therapist call into my live stream last night.
What kind of
Your
therapist?
parents?
I had a therapist or a psychologist call into my live stream last night.
How was that?
It was terrible. Everybody in my chat started trolling her. Grady George was in there trolling her. It was very mean. She was like, how do you deal with these people? I was like, I don't know.
Why did they call?
The psychologist?
Yeah.
I was taking calls on my Discord, talking to people for...
She was like, he obviously needs a therapist.
Right, that's what I was hoping. I was hoping there was a live psychological evaluation.
I think there was an attempt to get there, but my chat ruined it by being totally mean to her. I felt really bad.
Poor therapist.
See, we have a nicer chat here.
Grady George is in both of the chats.
Sure.
I've always found the DP chat to be funny.
Yeah.
And amicable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crack me
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I steal a lot of my best jokes from our chat.
He does.
You steal them from people?
Well, some people call it stealing. I call it like I'm immortalizing them. I'm immortalizing the jokes by making them part of the live show.
Right,
I don't
you're
want them to-
honoring them
Yeah. Yeah.
through stealing.
Well, I would say appropriation. By the way, everybody, right now, if you are a $25 patron or above every month, your added bonus to all the other cool shit you get, you're also going to get an actual Maniac little muscle man style figure of Benjamin or I or somebody else. The first month is going to be me.
Yes.
And then Ben, and then the third month will be a whole new character. We've got a lot of designs of actual maniacs, friends of the show. We have one coming out of Laci Green.
What?
I'm kidding.
We don't.
We don't. I don't want to sell that to anybody. I just we have our actual maniacs line added on. A lot of people have really jumped up and upped their patronage to $25. If you want to get one, you guys can do that. It will be happening every month. We're gonna do it for an entire year at least. And if people love that, then we'll keep going. But
oh my God. I just saw this artwork that I'm going to put up on the screen here because there's going to be packaging with this stuff. And the artist that's making it for us.
There's packaging?
Yes.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. These photos from Twitter, I have to like rename them and take the large out of the file name really quick.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
Well, this is the first time I'm going to see this too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited.
And anyone who's as old as we are will recognize that this is a parody of the muscle
Muscleman
logo.
figures.
Yeah, the logo.
That's cute. Actual maniacs.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, Laci. You might not understand this, but if you're a male in his 30s, you probably still play with toys. That's just the way the world is now. So we're super excited to have this toy line debut for our patrons that support us as a little extra bonus
super
to show
cool.
up.
I haven't seen anyone do that before.
Yeah, it's because, we're pioneers of the shill.
See, we've been doing this thing. We've been doing this thing for the past several months where we take the kind of the wacky characters we've acquired on this show over the years and put them in these like mock wrestling matches with each other where we just have the audience vote on the winner. And now we're turning them into a toy line, basically.
That's super cute. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're mimicking.
Do they realistic genitals?
Do they? No, but
Like
who
this.
needs genitals when you can just shove the entire thing up your... Wait, don't do that. We do not recommend you shove the entire thing up your...
We do not recommend that officially at all.
Yeah.
Next up, you guys are going to make penis molds.
I've been trying to do that as like an episode thing.
No.
Where we all get molds of our penis and all the guests on the show get molds of their penis. And then we have to pass around the actual penises that were made out of our penises and guess who belongs to who. I think that would be a fucking hilarious segment. Right?
Wow, that would be quite an exercise.
Wouldn't that be funny?
That would be crazy if you had like molds of
Yeah.
people's penises and you had to
Yeah.
guess who it belonged to.
There used to be a famous groupie, like rock and roll groupie in the 60s, and her name was like Cynthia Plastercaster, and she was known of like getting a plaster cast of the genitals of like the various rock stars she had sexual relations with. Like she had Jimi Hendrix and Jim Morrison and a bunch of others. It was weird.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
You can get like a dildo made up from your boyfriend or whatever. They send you a little casting kit and they send it out. So like
It's really easy to do on your own.
Yeah.
You just basically, the same stuff that I'm not going to say this because someone's going to fucking do it.
Yeah, don't recommend it.
It is easy to do at home. A DIY penis cast.
Yeah. So I think that we should have like all the hosts, the guest hosts that have been on the show. We'll send one to Hannibal and Monty. We'll send one to Pimp Monk, Jeff Holiday. We'll have kits sent out everywhere, and we'll just get this big bag of dicks to come in. And on a private show, we'll have to guess whose belongs to whose. That'd be a funny show. Probably be super expensive to set up, but then we could just auction off the dicks afterwards. I'm thinking.
I hope that works out for you.
I think it's a fun idea.
I think it's a great idea.
Thank you, Laci.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
great
Laci.
idea. Then everyone's penis can be put on blast.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I wonder how many people would cheat though and put like a fake penis in there to make themselves look super special. Because I wouldn't
for
do that.
sure would do that.
You would? Because you don't have one to put
when you ask for my
in.
penis mold, I'd give you a fake one.
Oh yeah, that. Like Joe's would come back looking like a egg beater. He just put an egg beater in the fucking mold.
That would be a terrifying penis.
Yeah. Somebody would have like a lollipop sticking out the piss hole, and you're like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
No.
Have you ever done that, Laci, with a man? Put a lolly, like a blow pop down his piss hole,
What?
And then
Why are you asking these weird ass fucking
She's
questions?
she's a sex talk person.
That doesn't mean she sticks lollipop sticks in.
It's called a candy shop. You put a lollipop in the piss hole, then you put Pop Rocks in your mouth
Billy,
and give them a
what the
blowjob. It's a candy shop.
Billy, what the fuck?
It's you put Pop Rocks in your mouth and a blow pop in the piss hole.
Have you done that before?
I tried to. I ran out of Pop Rocks. I ran out of Pop Rocks.
When I was in high school, I first learned that people put things in their urethra, in their penis urethra.
Yeah.
Because he told me that he was kind of interested in sounding.
Yep.
I was
That's
like,
sounding.
what the hell is sounding?
Oh, it gets pretty violent. Full
That
on.
was the day I lost my innocence, for sure.
That was the day. I'm sorry I brought you back to that day. I never
That
thought
was when
I'd bring
I
you
realized
back.
people do really weird things.
Yeah.
And I was worried about my friend because we're like 14 or 15 years old. And I'm like, so are you trying to tell me you stick metal rods in your dick?
Yeah.
This is very
I don't know if he was.
unpleasant.
To this day, still don't know.
I know. He does. It starts with like a little key in the lock, and then before long, you got the battering ram. And you're just busting the door all the way open.
Oh,
And you're like, man, I would cringe having that go in my butthole. And you're over here in the front hole. How do you do that, guy? How do you do that?
I don't know.
Cool.
Ben's not impressed. I just... Ryby, of course, says sounding is pussy shit. Ryby would know that. Ryby's sick and twisted.
I'm glad that my young, innocent puppy cannot hear you guys.
Don't say you guys.
Whatever,
I am
innocence
not
ruined.
saying this. He always finds a way to talk about weird shit like this. And it's totally voluntarily. Like, we could be talking about anything else. We could be talking about, like, mountains or, like, hot dogs or whatever. And he'll turn it into something crazy.
Okay, mountains
No
and
matter
hot
what.
dogs.
I believe that.
I could sexualize mountains and hot dogs without even thinking about it.
You sexualize everything.
Yeah, but hot dogs are euphemisms for penises, and mountains are euphemisms for boobs.
Or they could just be what they are.
Well, you took two things that were euphemisms for genitals, and you used them as the options to act like I'm the crazy guy.
You are.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Ben on this one.
Yeah.
It's fair. I'm not out here trying to win any fucking popularity contest. If I was,
Yes, you are.
If I was,
That's like your whole fucking life.
I'm not trying to win them.
That's the thing that's shitty about YouTube. It's like a weird popularity contest.
Right.
Like, you can tell yourself you don't care about popularity, but then what are you making videos for? For no one to watch them?
Right.
What you waiting for?
That's why when Billy went to Onision's house and they were like, "You just did it for money and views," he was like, "Yeah."
Muffin Man 392 says Billy probably hasn't gotten laid in a while. That's why he's saying this weird shit. No, I'm saying this weird shit because I don't want to get laid in a while. I'm trying to scare people away.
Oh my god!
I want to protect.
Stop.
I want to protect my virginity at all costs. This is a
Does anyone
psyops.
believe it when you say it?
When I say
Do you
what?
believe that?
What?
Yeah,
So you
Billy.
need to protect your virginity?
I think Billy pathologically believes all of the weird stuff that he maybe not all, but a lot of it has to do with his own, like, Billy is totally convinced by his own personal bias on everything. Like, some people are maybe look at it, you know, subjectively, and they're like, you know, that's just how I feel about it. Billy's like, no, if I think it, it's true.
Well, here's the thing, right?
Yeah, and all of his bullshit statements start with something like that. Here's the thing, right? That's how it always starts off. All right, let's hear it now.
I don't care about anybody else's personal biases, so why not just give credence to my own? I don't give a fuck about your personal bias. Mine's mine. So let's just celebrate it. Young Bill Fridge.
What have you actually said?
If I believe it, I achieve it. I don't care.
Okay.
If you don't believe me, guess what? I don't. It's not gonna take hair off my nuts. I'm
okay.
I'm just over here having a conversation.
Okay.
Laci, will you come back to the show in the future? Is this your last appearance because of the way I've been acting tonight?
I gotta think about it.
Okay. That would make me rethink my position if I scared off Laci Green.
No.
That would.
It takes a lot for me to care a lot. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't really care that much.
Yeah. I want you to care, but for the right reasons.
I don't.
I want you to care for all the right reasons, not the wrong ones.
I have accepted since I first met you in person that you're crazy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so we just accept that.
Thank you.
But you're definitely weirder tonight than you were when I accepted that you were crazy.
Yeah.
So.
Should I chill?
He's having like a manic episode, I think.
I think it's the quarantine.
It's got to be the quarantine. There's got to be outlying factors.
Everyone's going to be fucked up after this. We're all just staying in our houses for 2, 3 months, 4 months, whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to come out of this normal. Everyone's going to be socially awkward and fucked up.
It's the new normal.
I
though,
forgot
right?
how to even have a conversation with people.
So maybe tonight is
It's
your
like
fault.
I'm in high school again.
Maybe it's your fault I'm weird because you forgot how to have
No.
conversations.
No.
No, it's your show, so it's your fault.
Yeah.
There's a lot of businesses that are already going belly up too.
I know, it's really sad.
Yeah. Yeah, you know that
I'm mostly sad about like good restaurants.
yes. Yeah.
Even though I'm like probably not going to eat out that much anymore. It's like I hope you survive because it makes me feel good.
Feels good.
I had just taken a trip to Vancouver right before they started shutting everything down, and Billy was that same week in New York. So we had both taken a trip the week before they started locking everything down.
Yeah. We got out and about just in time.
Right.
Yeah, good timing.
Stretched
I went
our
to
legs.
Philly. I went to Philly shortly before, like right before the lockdown.
How was it?
I went to Tim Pool's house.
Was it nice?
Yeah.
Was there a dog there?
No.
Okay.
We just had Tim Pool's brother on who's going to sue him.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
told me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we know him like from VidCon, like we hung out with him. Yeah, that's just a weird
It's
situation
sad.
there. Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
It's really sad when family members turn on each other.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell, dude? Blood is thicker than water and all that shit, you know?
It's true, but isn't the blood is thicker than water quote taken out of context?
Probably.
I'm going to look it up right now. Blood is thicker than water meaning. Because I swear, like, the way we use it is wrong. But maybe
Probably
it sounds
true.
it's the way we've come to accept it is right. When the loyalty of the family is greater than their loyalty to anyone else. I don't know. The original quote I heard was taken out of context though, but the meaning is still true. I can't find anything about it right now.
Okay.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, it's sad when people turn on their family members, especially over money.
Yeah.
But what's really sad is people who don't have family members or money.
Thank you for that stunning insight.
Yeah, I know. That's why we need a UBI.
That's why.
We need a basic income so people don't need family members or money. They can just exist on their own. I'm too tired of this social system working where you need to have a family to exist or money to exist. It's time to give a voice to the voiceless.
It's funny, but it's also true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people who have a family have more of something to fall back on than people who don't. So that does make sense.
Yeah, it's true.
So the blood is thicker than water comes from the Bible, and the verse says the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. So they're saying that like your love for the Lord is thicker than. Yeah, they're taking the blood out of familial blood and putting it in Christ and putting the water that we call blood thicker than water into the womb. Like you're not even, like it's not blood.
Wow, I'm really glad you told me that because I'm never going to say it again.
Right? Isn't that kind of make it feel
water
dirty?
is thicker than blood.
Yeah.
And then when people say, "Don't you mean blood is thicker than water?" I'll be like, "No. I'm gonna show you some facts, and I can feel like a smart bitch."
Yeah. Bud is thicker than water. Bud is thicker than water. I was trying to think of something that rhymed with water. I was like, daughter. I was like, no, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's kind of...
I don't... But I guess, no, you should smoke weed before dating somebody's daughter. Stay away from their daughter. Everybody's somebody's daughter. I don't know. I'm trying to make this work.
You should smoke weed.
I'm trying to be clever. Trying to be clever. It's not working.
Oh, dear. Oh, Billy boy.
You can't call me out for using daughter there. There's not many words that rhyme with water. That was not my intention.
I like how you tried to rationalize how it was actually right.
Water.
What's another word that rhymes with water?
Fodder.
Yeah, bud is thicker than fodder, so smoke weed instead of leaving dead bodies in your wake? Isn't that what fodder is? The cannon fodder?
Fodder is like, I don't even know how to define it, but you know when you have things like this is fodder, like we're chatting material.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
You
why I
look it
didn't
up?
know that.
You look up
I don't
the
know what it
definition
means.
Of fodder.
Yeah, give fodder to cattle or other livestock.
I'm seeing slaughter, otter,
yeah.
blotter.
Bud is thicker than slaughter. Yeah, smoke weed instead of kill. That one's perfect. I wish I would have thought of that.
Wow.
Damn it. Smoke weed instead of murder. That's perfect. Bud is thicker than slaughter. I said Cotter. Welcome back, Cotter.
Welcome back,
He's
Cotter.
not getting the love he deserves. Mr. Cotter.
So we've got about 15 minutes left, and then we'll wrap it up. And then I think Billy and I are going to go to twitch.tv.
Should this be the segment of the show where I just apologize for the rest of the show? I feel like I owe it to you guys at this point.
No.
I don't know.
I don't think you need to apologize.
I like when this show started, I'll admit I was not at my best.
Why is that?
Because, Ben, I had a kind of a hard day today.
Oh.
You had a hard day?
I had a hard day, yeah.
What happened?
I was just dealing with some personal stuff, and then I left my house way later than I usually do. I thought I was going to be late. Luckily, that traffic that I dealt with last time wasn't there this time.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was
On
just
a
like
weekend?
a fluke. I was like, oh shit, I'm not going to make it. But I got here in like 20 minutes, which I think is maybe the quickest I've ever gotten here. It was ridiculously quick.
You drive really fast?
Not terribly fast.
Okay.
I was going with the flow of traffic.
Which was no traffic, so you just drove really fast.
That's the flow of traffic.
when you're the only traffic,
yeah,
the flow is whatever you're going. Yeah.
I got here in like 20 minutes. I was like, okay. I actually thought about stopping at the store before I got here. I was like, no, I should not do that. I should just get in and make sure I'm not late. Because if I stop at the store, then get held up there because I got here 10 minutes before the show started instead of 2.
You're showing superb time management skills.
I mean, today I just got lucky. Because I thought I was going to be late. I was like, man, I'm going to make Laci wait. That's not good. We rarely ever get Laci on the show. I'm so excited to have her here. She's one of my favorite guests of all time ever.
I'm sorry it took so long. I was sick. I still am a little bit, but not that much.
Yeah, no. I just this is my thing. I feel like I owe everybody an apology because
I remember earlier you were trying to find a reason to apologize for something earlier. I see right through you.
What?
I see right through you.
I give good apology.
You the Billy.
No. I really am sorry that this probably wasn't the best Laci Green episode.
Conspiracy.
We've had better Laci Green episodes. And I want everyone to be better than the last, but they've been so good that I think this was like our downturn episode. And then the next one you come on, we'll boost out of it trying to make up for this one if you decide to come back, because I've been inappropriate the entire episode.
I'm always down to come back.
Yes.
I am. I like being on your guys' show. It's just chill.
Yeah, everybody here likes it too. Every time our audience pulls who they want back as a guest, you always come up. It's good. It's good stuff, and we enjoy having you on. It really is a good show when you're on, not because of all the weird shit I say, but because you bring the sweetness out of the sweet boys. You really, it's a good pairing.
DP is like another family to me. Ben's like a cool older brother and Billy is my sweet mom. I also have an Oedipus complex.
So that means he wants to bang you?
I think so, yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But thank you for the love of the show and support. If I know one thing, that this show would not be where it is today without the fans.
Yeah.
It would not.
No. Yeah, I mean, like, look at this goal. Okay, so we do an $800 goal every week for a bonus show the next week. So the reason we're doing this one is because last week we met it, and this we already broke the goal before
this show started.
Right. So now it's all
that's very sweet. That's very caring. People want
Sweet
to make
fans.
sure that we continue to go, and we wouldn't be able to continue the way we're going without that. Like, we'd be down to 2 episodes a week. I'd probably pick up a crack habit. It'd be bad. No, we really do appreciate everybody. It makes it so much easier for Ben and I to come on the show and enjoy each other's company, knowing that other people are enjoying it too.
Yeah.
It means a lot. And have Laci on, another fun guest, but especially Laci. Especially you, Laci. Especially you.
Are you just kissing my ass? You say this to everyone, huh?
Nope. Not at all. When people ask who who was your favorite guest, I always go. I'm like, I like the show we did with Laci, the very first show. Then you came on again one night, and I swear, we go like 5 hours?
Yeah,
We had a really long. Yeah, that was long. Wow, back when I had energy.
Yeah,
Now
we
I'm
had
like,
Jeff here too.
Yeah.
You know what I did
Oh, yeah.
earlier? I had no idea you were on the Today Show a couple years ago, and I watched your Today Show segment earlier with Kathy Lee Gifford.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that was so cringe.
Hey,
Cringe is good. Cringe is
It
like
was literally like they brought me in and they were like, "Can you talk about married people's sex problems?" And I was like, "Hi, no. I'm like 28." And then they also have this like old guy on there who wrote a really great book. But it's like they just wanted to talk to the guy, which they should have, because the topic was like more catered to the guy. So why the fuck? What? It almost felt like they were trying to get me on there so that they could be like, "We have a young influencer on the Today Show. Look how cool we are."
They do
like,
that a lot.
I'm not a fucking prop, you old bitches.
Yeah,
I shouldn't say that.
It's network TV, so it's going to be as cringy as possible. You know,
It was fucked up, but you know what? We did a second like shoot while I was there, and it was with a bunch of younger people about, I want to say about online dating or ghosting, and that was actually cool.
Was it for their website?
Yeah, it was like
yeah,
for a
that's
web
what they
segment.
did. They did that on purpose. They put you on the main show to get the cred, then put you on the website to get the views.
I know,
Fucking
yeah.
snakes.
It's just like one of the things that's always driven me away from YouTube as like a career is how exploitative everything is. You know, like every invitation, you know, all of these, even if you are offered like a segment on some show that's actually funded or whatever, it's just like, it feels like the entire industry is just sort of trying to squeeze every last drop of energy and soul out of you.
Yeah.
And then trying to like, you know, sell it. And when you do that on your own YouTube page, it feels less dehumanizing because at least you're doing something that you believe in and you care about, and it's something you made. You know, my videos, I made those. When I go on like some produced Today Show, Dr. Phil, whatever it might be, it's like you just sort of get dropped into someone else's cash cow, and they really do make so much money on those shows. It's
They're
crazy.
machines.
And they don't pay you either.
I forgot
So
about the
none of
Dr.
those-
Phil with Trisha Paytas, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
That was way back in the day.
I want to get on Dr. Phil. What can I do to get on Dr. Phil? Should I tell people that I suck my own titty milk or something? Like, what would it take? What would it take to get on Dr. Phil?
Something psycho. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, Dr. Phil, I'm a 13-year-old girl trapped in a 40-year-old man's body, and I love 40-year-old men. Put me on.
Normally you have to have like a dysfunctional family or something going on.
Yeah. I mean, you want to talk about exploiters. Dr. Phil. is like the kingpin exploiter of people with mental illness, real problems. You know,
Remember they were trying to get Eugenia Cooney on, and like she was telling me that in DMs. I was like, you should take me on with you, and I'll fight your battle for you. I'll fight Dr. Phil. If you get uncomfortable, I'll sick on him like a dog. I'll sick on him. But she was like, no, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, just let me on.
Yeah, that was the right move, because they would just, milk her story for all it's worth and treat her like shit.
And then I would get butt ass naked and hump Dr. Phil.
Huh?
I'd get butt ass naked and hump Dr. Phil. That's why I'm there. I'm for security. I'm there to protect her from that. That'd be my job.
You'd be good at security.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd have unconventional securing tactics.
I have a very, very disgusting set of skills.
Did you happen to see the footage of Billy streaming where this couple takes them up to their apartment and the girl makes a pass at Billy and the guy gets mad and tries to throw Billy down a flight of stairs?
What?
Yeah. That was a weird night. It was on Thanksgiving.
He met them at a bar on Thanksgiving night.
They were like, come home with us. And I was like, okay. And I got in on stream and they started driving. And when we almost got hit by a bus, I realized they were too drunk to be driving. But luckily they were only like a couple blocks from their house. So we get out, we go up to their like studio shithole apartment above a Mexican restaurant. And I go in and he's like, mi casa, su casa. Make yourself at home. And then he goes like, I'm going to go get my neighbors to come party with us. He leaves and his girl reaches over and starts trying to like kiss on me.
And she's wasted.
Yeah. She's like, I'm on camera and I'm like holding the camera and I'm looking at the camera like, what the fuck's going on? And then the neighbor walks in and is like, oh, and walks away. And the neighbor went and told him that I guess I was there macking on his girl or something. So the guy comes in, get out of my house. I'm like, oh, what? Mi casa, su casa, my dude. And he's like, get out of my house. And I'm like, okay, I'm going. He like goes to break my camera. And I'm like, motherfucker, you leave my shit alone. I pick my camera up. I'm like holding it away like this. He's trying to like get me to leave. I'm like, I'm leaving. Get the fuck off me. Back the fuck off me. And he starts socking me. And I'm like, I'm not going down this flight of stairs while you're socking me, dude.
You're socking me.
And I'm holding the camera the entire time with one hand and like holding them off with the other. And I'm like, I was at one point, he was trying to throw me down those stairs and they were very steep. I would have probably broken my neck. So I thought about throwing him down.
That's very, very scary.
Yeah, it was pretty good content though. He when he kicked me out of his house, he goes, make haste.
Yeah, he did say
that. I was
that.
like, that's funny. I like him. I miss him.
Make haste?
He said, make haste.
Yeah, make haste.
So old timey.
It was so funny. I like him a lot, actually. I miss him a lot.
Zoltan?
Yeah, his name was Zoltan. What a fucking cool guy. Then afterwards, after I left, he comes chasing me out of his house doing a T-pose, like he's trying to scare off a bear. And I'm like, dude, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on.
Hold on. I think I have the footage.
Shit.
You got the footage?
I think I do. I think it's...
How old are you again, Billy?
Okay, I'm 36 years old. I should not
That's
be doing
right.
this stuff.
I remember being shocked that you're older than me.
Only midnight.
Yeah.
It's
only midnight?
It's 12:05.
Oh, it feels so much later. I think it's because I'm a turkey.
Yeah.
This is like right before it happens,
It's that
right?
tryptophan from the turkey. I think so. Yeah.
See, she's over there laying down, sleeping.
You're welcome to make yourself comfortable in that chair, though.
I like it, yeah. I'm just chilling.
Of course you are.
I'm a little weirded out.
Welcome to our house. Me casa es su casa.
Because
You hear how
Sukasa.
drunk he is?
My house is your house in Spanish.
Yeah.
Billy the Fridge!
Bet the redhead girl could post her snatch and get mad.
Oh my
at
God.
votes on our God
See?
pussy.
I don't know.
Billy's audience is not Sweet Boy.
I didn't say that. That was somebody paid money to say that. And I don't appreciate that stuff, so I've raised it to $3 instead of $2 for people to say weird shit like that.
Where's the part where he like tries to throw you down the stairs?
Before this? I don't know, like...
Why did it move so much?
I know, it was weird the way that was set up.
Yeah.
This is
way earlier,
Yeah,
right?
this is where he comes to T-pose.
Oh, is this recent?
This was
When was
Thanksgiving night.
This
Okay.
past Thanksgiving. All right. Right here.
If you don't get up now, and make haste.
I'm going.
Make haste.
No, get out now.
I'm heading out. I gotta like get up, right?
She was like stuck between the chair and the bed.
Oh, what you doing?
So now he's starting to sock on my camera.
Whoa, bro, you broke my shit.
She tried to kiss him a couple times.
Yeah.
Fucking serious, dude?
Oh, let this guy get the fuck out of the house, okay?
What?
So he gets mad at you?
Right.
Well, yeah, because that's his girl, right?
Get mad at her.
He does. Yeah, but he doesn't know me. He knows her.
Stop, bro.
He's got to take his anger out on her.
Yoink.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. I'm like, I'm leaving.
You making out with him. Get up, bitch. Watch my fist.
Watch my fucking ass walk away.
Yeah, get up. I'm
Watch my ass
making
walk
out with
away.
her,
Look at my
dude.
booty.
Yeah, well, watch my fist.
Okay.
Go downstairs.
I'm going.
Now.
I'm going.
Go
bro.
down now.
I'm not gonna go down the stairs with you behind me. Step the fuck back.
Are you gonna I'm gonna knock your ass out and I'm gonna drag your ass downstairs.
Walk back and I'll walk down the stairs.
Dude, I don't want to do this.
I don't want
to
you
do
either.
this. Then go now.
I'm not gonna let you push me on the stairs. Please walk back.
I'm not putting my hands on you.
Walk back.
Do it yourself.
Walk back. Dude, I'm not going down these fucking stairs.
I went to walk down the stairs. He went to push me down the stairs.
Dog, back the fuck up.
Don't touch me. Go.
I didn't touch you.
Go.
I'm not walking down. You're gonna push me down. Fucking get the fuck up.
You get the fuck out of my fucking house.
I'm gonna back the fuck up.
I'll fucking fuck you up right now.
Dog, back up.
You don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
These guys don't want to see it either.
Back the fuck up.
Then leave. Then leave.
I'm not walking down these stairs. Nope. Dog, get the fuck off me,
Trying to
dog.
throw me down the stairs. I'm trying to hold the camera.
He's holding on to the camera the whole time.
Yeah.
You need to get the fuck out of here. I'm going to.
He ripped your shirt too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you socking me?
You socking me?
You can hear them like punches in the back of my head.
Walk the fuck away.
No, this is my house.
I'm gonna back the fuck up.
I should
I'm
have.
not going down these stairs.
I should have set
when
the
you push
camera
me
down and
punch
thrown him
me,
down the
dude.
stairs.
I'm not falling down.
But I wanted to keep everything on camera. I should have just thrown his ass down the stairs. But I was trying to record everything. I was trying to be the journalist.
A journalist.
I'm a journalist.
Go back up. Go in your room.
No.
Go in your room.
Go to your room. Go to your room.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, go.
Are you, dude, back the
Now
fuck
she's
up.
out there trying to
Go,
stop his
man.
ass.
Stop!
I'm not going down those stairs when you're socking me, dude.
That's a perfectly simple request.
Let him go.
And then Billy runs down the stairs really fast while he's distracted.
Yeah. God, I don't want to stay there.
Right.
Jesus, don't
Yeah, you don't have much of an ear.
What? Let him fucking go. I mean, I got you assaulting me on camera, so who wins?
All right, let him go.
That was
Who wins?
maybe a
I got
bitch
you
move.
assaulting me on
Maybe
camera,
that was
you
a
dumb
bitch
fuck.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's true.
I'm going.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
See, what a sweet boy. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. I'm a sweet boy. Then I get out here.
Dude, bro,
Yeah, and
my
he follows
speaker
and he's
and my
like
Joby.
trying to be the Incredible Hulk running up to him.
Dude broke my speaker and my fucking Joby, dude.
Joby broke, dude.
Broke my Joby. Broke my Joby. I had that for years. Took that to multiple VidCons. Broke my Joby.
Socked me in the
broke
back
your
of the head.
He socked you.
Tried to
Socking
push
me,
me
dude.
down some fucking stairs.
CP meetup at Senior Moose.
I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
What?
I'm not gonna dox him, but I'll tell you what, he did try and attack me. He straight up punched me.
I said try to attack me. He did attack me.
Yeah, he did attack you.
This is my problem with being a victim. I'm like, no, he didn't molest
Yeah,
me.
you were
When he
just
said he
saying you
molest
miss
me,
him.
I do miss him. Do I like being
Very
abused?
disturbing.
I know.
See, it's hanging out with Billy the Fridge is disturbing. Disturbing thing
It
happened.
just is. It just is.
There's a lot of great
okay.
things that happen around me too.
Oh yeah, this is when he comes out. There's this wall that people stick used chewing gum all over in downtown Seattle. It's like a tourist attraction.
It's called the gum wall.
The gum wall. It's like
Oh, I
an
think I've
alleyway.
seen that.
Yeah, he took a piece of gum off of it and chewed on it for like 30 seconds.
It was
Billy.
Billy.
It was a donation. Someone donated. They said $100 to chew gum off the gum wall. So I let these two Korean tourists choose the piece of gum, and then they chose something that looked like a gross booger. And I was like, "That one? Do you hate me?" And she's like, "No, I'm kidding." Then she found like a nice, pretty one, and I was like, "Okay, I'll chew that one." That probably belonged to somebody who doesn't have. At the time, coronavirus wasn't a thing, right? This was right before coronavirus became about. I might have been patient zero. That gum might have mixed.
It was quite a. Yeah.
Might have mixed with something. I might have like coughed in those girls' face. They flew back to Korea.
Fantasize.
They could have flown back to Korea. Then someone on the plane from there went back to China from there. We don't know. I could be patient zero. The timeline matches up.
Okay.
Dog. Everything was on camera, my dude.
I hate that he
in the
broke
room and not.
my tripod. Because now this is the worst unflattering angle of me. Because I don't have a cool tripod. It's terribly unfair.
Go to your fucking room, dude. Go to your 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 room, bro.
Where's the part where you... Oh, man, this is all messed up here.
I know.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either, Laci.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're being subjected to this.
I won't play any more of it. It's just fascinating. It's fascinating.
It's fascinating. Oh,
I can't
Billy
do
almost
this
gets his
anymore.
ass beat.
I would
Some
be
weirdo.
like...
Almost doesn't count.
See, I would have been like, no, these people are drunk as fuck. I'm not going to their apartment with them.
Whoa.
Oh, 11, 11, 11,
DP
11.
is
That's...
number one podcast. Also cute
Thank you.
dog Laci. Also happy belated birthday, Ben.
Thank
Old
you,
fucker.
thank you.
Thank you.
See, this would have never have happened to me because I wouldn't have left the bar and went back to their place because I'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't know these people and they're wasted and I'm not getting into a car with them. Fuck this.
That's a reasonable stance to.
Yeah.
That's a reasonable stance to have if you're not out there looking for content. If you're out there looking for content, you're like, well, let me get into this car with these people who might be too drunk to drive. And I found out shortly they definitely were.
Oh, Billy.
It was a choice I made, and you know what happened? I broke my Joby. That fucking sucked. I missed that Joby.
Yeah.
I missed that Joby. It was a good Joby.
Yeah, and more than a few times, Billy's friend Joe has gone to Zoltan's house and knocked on his door.
He didn't answer the door.
No, his neighbors come out.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
We're just trying to get my Joby back.
Oh.
The little parts that broke. There was a couple legs that fell off, and if he still has them, I can put them into the old Joby and fix it. They're surprisingly durable.
Durable.
I don't want people who own Jobies to think they're that breakable. The legs got popped out. They can just pop right back in.
Oh, Skeptical Jesus pointed out, yet Joe climbed up the side of the building under Zoltan's window.
Yeah, I did not condone that.
You didn't condone there, but you stood there and filmed it while he did it.
Kind of. I kind of did. In protest.
Okay.
It was in protest.
All right, sweet boys.
Laci,
I gotta go
thank
take care of
you.
my puppy.
Thank you. Everybody go check out Laci Green's YouTube channel. She's uploading again, and she says she's committed to a year. So guess what? We got a whole good year. A whole good year of content.
Guys.
Thank you.
This was fun.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
thanks so
sorry
much
again,
for the
Laci.
audience for being nice. Thank you to Billy for freaking me out a lot. Thank you to Ben for being very nice.
Thank you.
As always.
Thank you.
Billy is the sweetest boy, but Ben is also the sweetest boy.
Thank you. It's a
Just wanna
tie.
throw that out there. It's a tie.
Have a good night, Laci.
All right, guys. Good night.
Have a good night.
So for the rest of you that are with us, we are going to go to twitch.tv/drunkenpeasants, twitch.tv/drunkenpeasants. You should go there. Even if you're not usually a Twitch person, you should go there anyway to support the show because we're trying to build a bigger audience there. And we've got 582 people now. So if we could get like 300 of you to go to Twitch, that's a big audience on Twitch. 300 is a big live audience. So if you want to come hang out, we're not going to play games. We're just going to hang out and do what we normally do on the show. So if you're watching us now anyway, why not go to Twitch and watch us?
Do it.
Go to Twitch. Go to Twitch. Do that. There's no reason to boycott it because by going to it, all you're doing is supporting us. You're not supporting the website. You're supporting us. And by the way, YouTube is Google, and they do just as much messed up stuff as what Twitch could ever
Oh, I thought
do.
you were going to say they do just as much messed up stuff as we do.
No.
I was like, they don't.
No, because I see people that are like, they're like, no, I don't want to use Twitch. They do this and this, but they're on YouTube. It's like you realize, I mean, Google and YouTube aren't any better. They just have differences. Like YouTube is a little better about this and Twitch is a little bit better about this. You know? That's how I see it. They're both very imperfect and probably both deserving of a boycott. But you know what? There's not enough people would boycott it to make a difference, and there's no alternative.
How about this? Let's not boycott any platform. We'll only come follow us wherever we go because you're the best fans ever.
Yes.
All 578 of you need to come and follow us because without you, we're nothing. So make us something. Let's go. Twitch.tv/Drunken Peasants. Right now, this is the rally call.
Twitch.tv/Drunken Peasants. We will see you there. Also, get your Patreon pledges in because I'm going to make the beginning and ending videos before the first episode next week. See you then.
Bye.
Oh, shit.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.